to refuel you, and the vitamins and minerals to help you build strong bones and bodies. Fuel up with chocolate milk. For more information, visit drink-milk.com.
The Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Pro Football Hall of Fame invite you to the 2022 Football State Championship Games in Canton at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium, December 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. Log on to ohsaa.org for information on the playoffs, state championship games, and tickets, including indoor stadium club passes. Make it a weekend to remember in Canton with the Pro Football Hall of Fame and the OHSAA Football State Championships.
Spectrum News 1, a new kind of news channel dedicated to refreshing storytelling and empowering communities across the Buckeye State. With your local forecast every 10 minutes and all of the essential news you need 24/7. Plus, in-depth shows and exclusives focused on your community. Always Ohio, always refreshing, always on. We are Spectrum News 1, exclusively on Spectrum.
Hey football fans, now's the perfect time to rush to Canton to visit the Pro Football Hall of Fame. Located only a short drive away, the hall provides experiences you can't get anywhere else. Enjoy the Super Bowl Theater, the Game for Life holographic experience, interactive displays, one-of-a-kind memorabilia, and lots more. The hall is open 7 days a week, so what are you waiting for? Get off the bench and get into the game. Tickets are available right now at profootballhof.com.
Welcome back to the OHSAA Football Playoff Preview Show. For the OHSAA Radio Network, here's Marty Bannister.
And we would like to thank all of our show sponsors, including the OHSAA Radio Network, which will broadcast all 7 state football championship games live from Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium in Canton starting on November 30th and then on December 1st and December 2nd. Tickets are on sale at ohsaa.org/tickets. We recently caught up with the OHSAA's football administrator, Bo Rugg, to talk about the 2023 high school football season in Ohio and as well to look at the playoffs. My conversation now with the OHSAA's Bo Rugg.
Bo, let's talk. It's playoff time in Ohio, and that's an exciting time in the state of Ohio for high school football. It's really what everybody kind of gears their seasons toward, and you can kind of feel that coming down the stretch, can't you? You go out and watch games, you see different games, and you kind of get that feeling that we're into playoff time.
Yeah, it really happens not only when you're out watching games, but during the week. I'm getting a lot of, whether it's emails or calls or texts about certain things, especially about what happens if this team wins this and how does that affect my points and are we going to host, and everybody's excited, and it is an exciting time.
We'll get into a lot of the whys and why things are done playoff-wise, but when you said teams that host, and I think it's a very interesting point to bring up because there's no question. Schools that get the chance to host in those first couple of rounds, that's a big deal for them, isn't it?
It's a huge deal. It's a culmination of something that they get to stay at home and they get to have that tournament game at their site. We like to say it's supposed to be neutral for as many things as you can, but it is at your site. And so that's something that they value very much. And those that in the top 4 in each region are, if they win, they're going to be home 2 weeks in a row. That's a big deal.
And it's exciting for the community. It's exciting for the players. It's a big thing. I think it's one of the great things about the way Ohio stages the playoffs is giving those teams a chance to host. Has there been any consideration, Bo, to maybe taking that deeper into the playoffs?
We've talked about different things about that. The coaches really like the neutral sites as they go further along. And they feel that the home site is a big advantage, and we see that in a lot of sports, and I understand that. And I know that in lacrosse we go all the way through the regional final in home sites, and coaches don't like that. They think that's too much of an advantage. So I think they like the neutral when we go to it. It's the right time in regional semi. And they're excited about it. As long as we can get the sites, it also brings another community into the mix to be able to host and really kind of highlight our nice sites. We're guaranteed when we get to that round, at least the last 10, 12 years, that we're going to have a good site with a good field.
And that takes me to my next question, site selection. I know it's something you get a lot of feedback on that from, well, I think coaches. You get it certainly from fans, certainly on social media. Maybe take us through some of the steps. What goes into selecting a site to host after you get to the neutral round?
Yeah, we have a committee of people, and it's really a good group right now. I have representatives from each district helping me, athletic directors. The great thing about that is, can we use this site? They'll be texting their friend, can we come there? and we get that answer much faster than we used to be able to get it. But the key thing is who puts in to host, number one. And then once we get a game, we're looking at what's the best site between these two that will hold the game. Certainly in some teams, some schools, we have some things that you've got to have a size. Others, the size of the facility isn't going to matter, so location might be the best thing there. But if size is a consideration, location is what's our best total travel situation. We may have one going 40 minutes and one going an hour and 10, and that's really good, versus both of them going an hour and 20. But we get that from schools. They're traveling shorter than we are. You know what? 20 more minutes on a bus ain't going to make a difference. Both of you are on the bus. Both of you have to get on, schedule it, get there. It's not a big deal. And that's what it's about. So we want to get it to where both communities can get there easily and have a great game.
How much does the field turf surface play into this? Because most games now, most schools have that. Well, maybe not most, but it's a large number of schools, I should say, have field turf surface. We
haven't had a grass field neutral site game, I don't believe, since 2013. So if that tells you anything. And we've had some times when schools reached out to me and said, these two schools are in our league, we'd love to host this game. And I took it to the two schools, and they said, we appreciate that, but we want to be on, because it was a natural grass field. We're in good shape for this or that, but we want to be on the surface we know is going to be, because if it snows or rains on Thursday,
right,
it is what it is. And so we're very lucky that we do have a lot of fields that we can get them on a surface that we know they can play on.
Another change this year, all games have moved to Friday nights. Let's go through the steps of that. Where did that come from, and what's the idea behind that move?
Yeah, interestingly, I have a committee from the Coaches Association. It's called the Tournament Playoff Committee, and they brought it up to me. And we tried it in 2017, trying to kind of own Friday nights, so to speak. And I said, I'm happy to do it. It's actually better for us logistically. The only people it really puts at a disadvantage are two groups, or two people, I should say, two groups. One group, media, and the other person is me. I can't go to as many games. That's it. Other than that, our officials were better off because we don't have the conflict on the D3 officials on Saturday night. Our schools are used to hosting on Friday night. They're used to playing on Friday night. That's why the coaches wanted it. But the big thing for me was the coaches saying, look, in our world, this is what happens. We play on Friday night. Saturday, we take off. Family, whatever. Sunday, we're right back in. Video, practice. Monday, we're back in school. You play on Saturday night, you don't have that, because you're back in school Monday, no matter what. And that's what was brought up to me, and I'm like, wow, that was impactful. And if the schools want this and want it, I think it's a great thing, because I think we need to really try to own Friday night. Yeah, we got some NCAAs that are trying to play on Friday night, but I think they take more grief for that than they get positives for that. They get positives from a money TV deal, but ours is, that's when the communities want to do this. And so we're excited about it. We'll see how we go through this year. But we've already been Friday only for the first two rounds the last couple of years, and that's proved to be very, very good. So we're excited about it.
I thought the point about the coaches was very important, because, and you know this from your years being around the sport, if there's ever a sport that's where you have creatures of habit, it's football. 100%. Practice, 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 play, and then that practice, and losing another day than playing, it makes a big difference for a team, doesn't it?
It's a huge difference. Yeah. And we want them to be as comfortable as they can be. They don't need any other distractions. They're under enough pressure.
Absolutely. But as we wrap up, well, let's get a look into your week as we get ready for the open of playoffs. I know you have so many things on your plate. You love to get out and watch high school football games. You do that during the season. But what's your week like leading up to the opening of the playoffs?
Yeah, the first thing about it, when we're in playoffs, and we just had a meeting about Sunday. So what's Sunday going to be like? Sunday, we've got to get all the schools, all the final Harbin ratings. The schools get a chance until Sunday at 10 a.m. to challenge anything in Harbin. We do that. We get the teams loaded into the schedule. We get all the officials assigned. And then, that starts the week. And then, so that starts the week, and then issues. I've got an issue because I can't work the game, and so a lot of officials things throughout the week to make sure we have all the crews set. Don't have a lot of stuff about teams. We do have a meeting on this Sunday, with all the first round hosts, and that helps. But during the week, as we go along in the playoffs, then we're sending them the footballs to each team and to the site and whatever the site needs, those types of things. So that's, early in the week. And then as we get closer to the actual game day, I'm deciding on what games I'm going to go to. And we have, I'll get to 2 or 3 sites, and I'll decide that midweek. We have a group of observers that we have to get assigned to each site, and we have district coordinators for those observers to get them there. And then that's the first week. And then after the first week, it's looking at reports during that time and then sending and going through the same process as we go. So it's a process with school scheduling, official scheduling, and then scheduling how we're getting out to watch games is all part of it.
It's an exciting time of year, isn't it?
It's the best.
It's the best, absolutely. Bo Rugg, thanks for your time. Appreciate it as always.
And once again, we'd like to thank Bo Rugg for his time. Now let's allow our local stations to share a few messages from their local sponsors. When we return, we'll hear from radio announcers around the state. You are listening to the OHSAA Football Playoff Preview Show.
The year was 1907. The Chicago Cubs won the World Series, and the Ford Model R hit the assembly line. While here in Ohio, school administrators came together to form the Ohio High School Athletic Association. A lot has changed since 1907, but not the dedication of the OHSAA to education-based athletics in Ohio. School sports teach responsibility, sportsmanship, and life lessons that stay with students long after their playing days are over. Since 1907, the OHSAA seeks to prepare students not for the next level of sport, but for the next level of life.
What do basketball, choir, drama club, and marching band all have in common? They're all high school activities that offer learning opportunities not necessarily found in the classroom. They take up just a fraction of a typical Ohio high school's budget, and they go a long way to giving young people the tools they need to thrive. High school activities, they're more than extracurricular. They're extra important, too. This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
I've got a math question for you. When you add tolerance, subtract prejudice, and multiply efforts to treat one another with respect, what do you get? Less division. And school sports have it down to a science. Looking for an example of what can happen when we realize there's more that unites us than divides us? Look no further than high school sports in Ohio.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
How do you define strength? Is it physical? Or is it mental? Maybe it's both. Maybe it's whatever empowers a person to dig deeper, fight harder, and overcome obstacles that once seemed insurmountable. Discover how much stronger and more confident your children can be. Encourage them to participate in a sport when they go to high school.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Welcome back to the OHSAA Football Playoff Preview Show. For the OHSAA Radio Network, here's Marty Bannister.
All right, let's get down to business and start previewing the opening round of games, which start this Friday night all across Ohio. Friday night, Spectrum News 1 will televise 3 first-round games. In Northeast Ohio, Cleveland, St. Ignatius, and Mentor will get together. In Central Ohio, it's an Ohio Capital Conference regular season rematch as Grove City visits Hilliard-Davidson. And in Southwest Ohio, it's a Greater Western Ohio Conference regular season rematch as Springfield travels to Huber Heights to face the Warriors of Wayne. In addition, 15 games will be streamed live by Spectrum on OHSAA.tv. The NFHS Network will also stream up to 20 playoff games on Friday night. Search Ohio at nfhsnetwork.com for details. Now it's time to break down the first round of the regional playoffs from across the state and get regional reports from broadcasters. A reminder that all playoff games in the first round and all throughout the playoffs are on Friday nights and will kick off at 7 o'clock. First of all, let's check on that. Let's check on how to talk. All right, again, intro here in 3, 2. And now it's time to break down the first round of the regional... I can't talk all of a sudden. 3, 2. And now it's time to break down the first round of the regional playoffs across Ohio and get regional reports from broadcasters. A reminder that all playoff games are on Friday nights this year and all kick at 7 o'clock. Let's head to the southeastern part of the state now and get an update from our friend Aaron Cassidy.
Thanks, Marty. It has been a fantastic season here in Southeast Ohio for high school football. We'll start in Division III, Region 11, where the Jackson Ironmen take on the Marietta Tigers. The Tigers qualifying for the state playoffs for the first time in 21 years and just the second time in school history. Another good story out of this region is the Athens Bulldogs, who qualify at 6-4 on the season, and they'll be the number 12 seed. One of the toughest regions in the state of Ohio, Division IV, Region 15. 3 teams from Southeast Ohio qualify. Gallia Academy will be the number 9 seed. Vinton County, with a 9-1 record, will be the 12 seed. And it'll be the Morgan Raiders for the second straight year qualifying for the playoffs. They will be the number 14 seed. A region that is loaded with talent, Division 5, Region 19. They have 4 teams in the playoffs. Portsmouth West is the number 9 seed. Portsmouth is the number 11 seed. South Point is number 15, and it's the Ironton Tigers, maybe one of the best teams in Division 5. They are the number 2 seed in this region. In Division 6, Region 23, a name known around the state of Ohio, the Fort Fry Cadets, coming off a Final Four appearance. They'll be the number 3 team in this region. They will also be joined by Nelsonville York, who makes another playoff appearance, along with the Trimble Tomcats at the number 10 seed. Finally, top-seeded Caldwell will be in Division 7, Region 27. Then there'll be 6 other teams from Southeast Ohio in this Division 7, Region 27 as well, including Waterford, Monroe Central, South Gallia, along with Southern and Sciotaville. Reporting for the OHSAA Radio Network and for WMOA, I'm Aaron Cassidy.
Aaron, thank you. Let's move to the northeast part of the state. Former Ohio State Buckeye TJ Downing has our start counting report.
The leaves are falling and a colder shade of weather is taking over Northeast Ohio, and you know what that means. It's time for the Ohio High School Athletic Association state football playoffs. I'm TJ Downing with Stark Media, and here's your Week 1 playoff preview. The Massillon Tigers last week defeated McKinley Bulldogs 35-0 in the greatest rivalry in high school football. That gave the Tigers a 1 seed inside of Division 2 Region 7, and they will host Central Crossing out of Grove City. For the McKinley Bulldogs, a 4 seed, they will host Strongsville in the same region as defending state champion Lakewood St. Edward. Also around the area, a couple 9-8 matchups to keep your eye on. Canton Glen Oak will host Lorraine. 3-time state champion Central Catholic will host Cardinal, just celebrating 35 years of their first 88 state championship football team for the Crusaders. A 1 seed in the area, the Canton South Wildcats just capped off a perfect regular season, going 10-0 by defeating the Northwest Indians in Canal Fulton 48-28. The 1 seed will now allow them to host the Northwest Indians at Breck Bueller Stadium this Friday night. Also, the Fairless Falcons will travel to defending state champion South Range. And another one to keep your eye on, Garaway out of the IVC. A 1 seed will host Rock Hill out of Ironton. Last one to keep you up to speed on, last year the Jackson Polar Bears would defeat Berea Mid-Park in one of their very few playoff victories in school history. This year, this Friday, they will travel to Berea Mid-Park. I'm TJ Downing, and this is your playoff preview.
Now let's check out the Cleveland area. Here's Matt Gould.
In the Northeast, we have a slew of state title contenders, including 2 defending champions. We'll start in Division 1 with the heavy favorite there, Lakewood St. Edward, looking for the three-peat. They got that big offensive line, including 3 Power 5 commits. Michigan-bound right tackle Ben Roebuck is a third-year starter over there. And the twins, Deontay and Devontae Armstrong, committed to Ohio State on the left side. St. Edward is coming off of a big Week 10 win at Akron Archbishop Hoban, a game that Max Preps had pegged as the #1 game in the country. And speak of Hoban, they're among a trio of title contenders in Division II. Hoban's looking to get back, make their what could be their 4th straight trip to the finals, losing the last 2 to Toledo Central Catholic and Cincinnati Whitten Woods. They could be a Final Four team, a heavy favorite coming out of Region 5. Avon, a heavy favorite in Region 6. Coach Mike Elder's Eagles were made 5 of the last 6 Final Fours. That ended last year against Toledo Central Catholic, but they could get back. Massillon, of course, is the #1 ranked team in the Associated Press state poll for Division II. But speaking of Toledo Central Catholic, that team that won it all, they're now in Division III, a heavy favorite coming out of Region 10. It might be tough for a Northeast Ohio team to beat them, but Region 9 is loaded. And of course, we got Youngstown Ursuline, which got to the finals 2 years ago. And then there's Kenston, Chardon, Aurora. It's a pretty loaded Region 9 over there. Division 4, got the defending state champions, Glenville. Ted Ginn Sr. had a junior-laden squad last year when they got to Canton. Those guys are back, including 2 Ohio State commits and Bryce West at cornerback and Damarion Witten at receiver. Division 5, the #1 ranked team there, Perry, coached by Bob Gesowich. Some folks in Columbus might remember him from his time at Dublin Jerome. And Perry beat Kirtland this year, the Hornets' only loss. And of course, Kirtland, a favorite in Division 6, the #1 ranked team in the AP state poll there as well. Tigler Verdi's got another squad rolling that we could see in Canton.
To the Lima area and the northwest part of the state, here's the one and only voice of the Bowling Green Falcons, Todd Walker.
If you're talking playoff football in Ohio, you're talking about Marion Local. They've won 13 state championships each of the last 2 years. They've been state champs. They've won 42 games in a row. They begin what is expected to be a Division 7 state championship run, hosting Tri-County North. Division 7's Region 26 is the most competitive in the state. Fantastic 50 has 3 teams with a 20% chance or better to win the region: PG, LCC, and Macomb. Pandora Gilboa is home for Lipsick. LCC will host Ayersville, and then Macomb is home for USV. Moving up to Division 6, Region 22, Columbus Grove and Bluffton, the 1 and 2 seeds. Grove just beat Bluffton for the NWC title last week. They're heavy favorites to meet for the regional crown in a few weeks. Tonight, Grove hosts Lakota and Bluffton hosts Paulding. As for Division 6, another team to look out for is Versailles out of the MAC. They are in Region 24. They host Troy Christian. 8 of the 10 schools in the Midwest Athletic Conference made the playoffs, including Coldwater in Division 5. They host Indian Lake. 6 of 8 teams, by the way, out of the Northwest Conference are in. Western Buckeye League, 7 of their 10 teams made it, including Region 12, Division 3, Wapakoneta and Salina, the co-champs, home for New Richmond and Hillsboro. Second ever home playoff game coming up for Lima Senior after winning the Toledo City League in their first year in the league. Lima Senior will host Xenia, and Findlay, coming off its first 8-win season since 2012, will be home for Olentangy Liberty. And that's a look at the playoff situation in and around Lima. My name's Todd Walker reporting from 1150 WIMA.
And as we wrap things up, let's check out how things look in the opening round in Central Ohio. From WPNS Radio, here's Ryan Baker.
66 teams in Central Ohio spanning 10 regions made the postseason this year. Central Ohio has #1 seeds in Regions 2, 3, and 11 as Olentangy, Gahanna, and Bishop Watterson hold the top spots. Gahanna, the defending region champion in Region 3, lost to eventual state champion Lakewood St. Ed's in the state semis last year. The other defending regional champion is Bloom Carroll in Region 11. The Bulldogs, who lost to Canfield in the state title game, are the #5 seed in an absolutely loaded region. There are a couple of opening round rematches in Regions 2 and 3. In Region 2, top-seeded Olentangy hosts the 6-team Dublin Jerome. The Braves won that one 35-20 in Week 9. Also in Week 9, the #2 seed Olentangy Berlin beat 15th-seeded Marysville 34-14. In Region 3, top-seeded Gahanna beat Reynoldsburg 49-6 in Week 4, and the #3 seed Pickerington North beat 14th-seeded Westerville Central 16-14 in Week 6. For high school football overtime on 97.1 The Fan, I'm Ryan Baker.
Gentlemen, thank all of you for your efforts and your reports, and that will do it for this week's look at the first-round playoff reports from across the state of Ohio. Let's step aside for a few messages from the OHSAA, and when we come back, we'll wrap up this edition of the OHSAA Football Playoff Preview Show.
Hi, I'm Anthony Munoz. I didn't make it into the Pro Football Hall of Fame by letting drugs and alcohol affect my ability to play. I brought my A game every time, and that's what you should do when sharing the road. That means never getting behind the wheel under the influence and wearing your seatbelt, because it's always the best defense against a drunk driver. So whether you're driving around town or to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, never let impaired driving take you out of the game.
This message brought to you by the Ohio Department of Public Safety.
School sports need your help. With budgets getting tighter, it's more than the games that are on the line. It's all the traditions, the community pride, the culture of your hometown high school. Plus, all those memories that are on the line, too. What can you do? It's simple. Buy a ticket when you can. Go to a game. Take the whole family. Let's do everything we can to keep those cherished school sports memories alive.
This message presented by the Ohio High School Athletic Association and the Ohio Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The game is over, but this time, instead of asking how many goals did you score or what were your stats, try asking these questions. Were you a good teammate? Were you coachable? Did you give 100%? And did you have fun? Because those are the values that school sports instill in Ohio's young people, where winning and losing are secondary to the life lessons that will stay with kids long after their playing days are over. This is the Ohio High School Athletic Association. Educate through sports.
You practice hard, you play hard, you're always reaching for your goals. You reach for the next point, the next yard, the next win. And after the game, reach for low-fat chocolate milk. It has the fluids to rehydrate you, the right mix of protein and carbs to refuel you, and the vitamins and minerals to help you build strong bones and bodies. Fuel up with chocolate milk. For more information, visit drink-milk.com.
Before we wrap up this week's show, the statewide playoff brackets, a reminder, are available on the OHSAA website at ohsaa.org, along with football playoff histories of every school in Ohio. Looking ahead to the state championships, all session tickets are on sale at ohsaa.org/tickets, including a special ticket package with indoor access to the Stadium Club at Tom Benson Hall of Fame Stadium during and after every game. In our next playoff preview show, we'll go inside the regional quarterfinal pairings and talk with OHSAA Executive Director Doug Hute. On behalf of the Ohio High School Athletic Association, I'm Marty Bannister. Production facilities and assistance provided by Yamo Media and Adam Dell. The OHSAA Football Playoff Preview Show has been a production of the OHSAA Radio Network.
Back to the Sandrock Hungry High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio.
Please stand by for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network on the Live 365 Network and the Live 365 app. Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 WRQX, The Patriot, are proud to bring you Springfield Tigers football in the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week. And now, with tonight's call, here's Jim Craven and the coach, Bob Gessler.
And we welcome you to Springfield Tiger Stadium here in New Middletown as Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot are proud to bring you Week 11 of the 2023 high school football season. It is playoffs here at Springfield. Number 8 in their division, in Division 7, Region 25. They get set to host the Monroe Eagles. Both teams coming in at 7-3. Hello, everyone. Jim Craven with you Along with the coach, Bob Gessler, Dave Ferris back in the Gessler Propane Studio, Matt Craven, Brandon Fisher running everything as we get ready to bring you a couple of great playoff games tonight here on the iMedia One Network. And for the next 25 minutes, we're going to take you through the Cleveland Cobras pregame show as we get you ready for this round one matchup. Again, Division 7, Region 25 there, Coach. We get so excited. Having the coin toss currently out here. Coach is keeping an eye on that. I want to thank Jerry Sandrock, Jesse Caldwell, and all of our outstanding sponsors for 2023, as well as Athletic Director Bob Beam here at Springfield, and Head Coach John Guerrero, as he gives us a few minutes every week to kind of catch us up on what's going on here with the Tigers. Also want to thank Monroeville Head Coach, as we have the band coming by here, Coach Tyler Nestor from the Monroeville Eagles, for sending us everything and being part of this week's production. Take a look at the scores in Week 10 on the iMedia One Network over on Western Reserve Radio 2 and Sports Radio 1240. Of course, we're mixing it up a little bit this week. It's the Struthers Wildcats, and they traveled over to Pavlansky Field. That game in overtime, the Bulldogs would win that by a score of 28-27. Struthers would go for two at the end and would not convert. Over on City View Sportscast, it was Mineral Ridge in their homecoming game. They get the 40-7 win over McDonald. No problem for the Rams. And also what many would consider an upset. Springfield traveling down to Lowville. They lose 27-13 to the Rockets. Lowville finishes 9-1. Springfield again finishes 7-3. Tonight on the iMedia One Network, of course, over on City View Sportscast, it's going to be Mark Means and Matt Emsch with the Mineral Ridge Rams heading over to Jackson Milton to take on the Blue Jays, a rematch of a game earlier this year in which Jackson Milton won on a last-second field goal. We'll see if we'll have the same outcome this week here in Week 1 of the playoffs. And over on Western Reserve Radio, it's United States Hockey League action as the Youngstown Phantoms return home after a 2-week road trip. They will host the Sioux Falls Stampede. We will keep you up on all the scores there as the night goes on. Coach, we take a look at some of the numbers for the Springfield Tigers here coming in on the year. And the numbers, we would say, well-balanced here. Colton Rourke, 73 of 126, 814 yards, threw for 9 touchdowns, only 2 interceptions, ended up with a 94.5 quarterback rating. Of course, we see him every week. We might be a little critical on certain things, but overall, a very good season for the 6'3", 200-pound senior.
Yeah, I tell you what, he does a pretty good job. I like his intermediate throws. He has missed some stuff and left some touchdowns on the field, but again, that happens. You just the adrenaline flows, and sometimes you just overthrow. But you know what? Overall, the man does what he needs to do, and he does a great job with it, controlling his team.
And again, a great build here for a quarterback. I'm sure we will be looking at him playing next year, at least being on a roster somewhere for a college. Again, 6'3", 200 pounds, great frame. Overall, basic mechanics not too bad. He could be a good pickup for a college coming up here next year.
Yeah, like I said, I think he does a great job. I think he does a pretty good job with his reads and stuff. Again, big kid, and he don't mind tucking it and going, so that's an outstanding job if he continues on, and we'd love to see him go on.
And you talk about running the ball here. We talk about this matchup tonight with the Monroeville Eagles, and we're going to see a lot on the ground here if you look at the numbers for both teams. Springfield, kind of the two-headed monster, Coach. Kason Kosick and Dante Gentile have carried the majority for the Tigers. Kosick, 132 carries for 782 yards and 11 touchdowns. Dante Gentile, 95 carries and 808 yards with 14 touchdowns. And keep it in mind, Gentile missing 2 games this year. You're also at 1,600 yards just between those 2 runners right there. That's something for Monroeville to contend with.
Right, and Dante, if he would have missed those games, you would probably have been well over 1,000 yards. Because he's a heck of a weapon, and I always say he runs possessed. And then, of course, with the stats of rushing with the Eagles.
Yeah, and last week, everything they do is on the ground. We'll get to talking about the Monroeville Eagles. That's going to be a long night. That's going to be a lot of syllables there tonight.
Eagles.
But in terms of their offense, you're looking at a 3-headed monster for them in quarterback Evan Benfer, wide receiver Blake Schaub, and running back Landon Roeder. Benfer, 64 of 122 this year for 933 yards. But 186 rushes for 1,419 yards. You add that into Landon Roeder's numbers there at 164 carries for 1,057 yards. This is a ground and pound team and a clock control offense.
Yeah, so it's going to depend on the front people of Springfield Tigers. And, it's just if they come after and they get some depth, squeeze their men, and just don't get pushed all over the place, it could be a long day for the Eagles. So I really think that the front, again, we always talk about it, and I've been a line coach for as many years. We talk about that front four up front, and they got to do the job tonight.
And you want to talk, you were talking about the Springfield defense. We take a look at two people here really that have stood out, that have been the foundation of this team. Wyatt Kuboff with 32 tackles, 20 assists, 2.5 sacks. The number's not real high, but he is all over the field. He is sealing those edges, filling the gaps, and he's really freeing up other people, and he's assisted by Lucas DeTillo on that defensive line. Again, only 18 tackles, 20 assists. When he's requiring a double team or filling those gaps, he's really opening it up for that linebacking corner.
Yeah, and he has a good vision, and he sees the hole, and he gets there, and, he sees scrapes a lot, too. We see that, and he gets to the outside. So, I mean, he does a really good job. He has good vision. So here's another kid that, plays his position well, and he plays angry.
Well, we're going to step aside. When we come back, we're going to have the Malutic Live Coaches Corner. Malutic Live, your home for high school sports. Follow them on social media at Malutic_live. When we come back, we'll hear what head coach Sean Guerrero had to say as he spoke with our own Mark Means. All that and much more coming up here on the Cleveland Cobras pregame show here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
Back inside the Malutic Live Coaches Corner with Springfield head coach Sean Guerrero. And Coach, I know making the playoffs is special no matter how many teams make the opening round, right?
Oh, I agree with you. As long as, I think our kids are so happy that we were fortunate enough to get a home game. So it was definitely something that our kids are looking forward to, and our kids happy playing with one more time here at Springfield.
Let's look back at Lowellville. You come up short to round out the regular season, 27-13. Kind of take me back to the game. You had a couple of opportunities you just weren't able to cash in on.
Well, I will say that. I don't feel like our defense played too bad. It was probably 13 to, 7. So probably about 4 or 5 minutes into the game. So we definitely had opportunities. We just couldn't capitalize on it. So it was some things where overall I didn't feel like our kids, want to say, we didn't play very well at times. So we gave up a couple big plays, and then offense had a couple of times in the red zone to cash it in, and we didn't do it. So those are just things that you kind of hope it. Glad that it happened in week 10 and not in week 11. So we got some things to focus on. We got some things to button up. So it's kind of our focus this week.
Coach, this week it's the Monroeville Eagles. For our listeners that aren't that familiar with that program, tell us a little bit about them and as you prepare for them.
With them, I think he stopped in on Monday. I said it was about a 2-hour and 20-minute drive, I think it was. So it's a good ways away. It's west, a little bit east from Sandusky. So they're definitely going to have a trip. So that was something, that I'm glad that we're playing home and we don't have to make that trip. But for them, they got a special quarterback who makes a lot of big plays. They got a big receiver who's like 6'5". Their line up front's aggressive. I think that they're a little bit young, but they play hard. They come off the ball defensively. They're going to stack the box, and they're going to try to stop the run, make you pass. So I think for us, we just got to capitalize on what they're giving us and making sure that we take advantage of some of the weak spots in the defense. But for our kids, I think it'll be a great challenge and a good week 11 for us.
Coach, what's the key for you against this Eagles team to get a win, defend home field, and move on to week 12?
I think for us right now, the focus, especially from last week, is make sure we get in the red zone. We got to put points on the board.
And as you head into this week 11 matchup, Coach, how healthy are you, or do you have some injuries that concern you a little?
No, we're healthy right now. And again, I think this is, by now I don't think any team's healthy. It's going to week 11. We went through it. So right now I feel like we're in a good position and we're healthy and we're going to be okay for Friday.
Coach, appreciate it as always. Thank you very much.
Thanks so much, Mark.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Melodic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Melodic_Live. And remember, our fans come first.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
Cleveland Cobras pregame show continues here at Springfield Tiger Stadium in New Middletown. Springfield Tiger marching band on the field, all dressed up for the Halloween holiday.
I was going to say there are some leopards and there's some zebras. It looks like we had a jailbreak at a zoo.
Got a kind of herd of cows over here.
Yes, I like that. But we do have Elvis. Elvis is in the house.
There is a genie in the back, so we'll keep an eye on that.
So's Elvis.
Fortunately, a beautiful night here in New Middletown.
We've lucked out, Jim, because every game, it's been absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, currently 68 degrees here. Overcast skies here. That there is a chance of some precipitation, but nothing really to note. So we're fortunate here. Week 11 here we had last week was a little bit misty, a little bit kind of humid and cooler temperatures, but really not bad overall. So 10 consecutive weeks. Take a look at the starters for the Monroeville Eagles. They make a 2.5-hour trip east here. And we'll take a look at the defense. Well, first of all, let's take a look at the coin toss, Coach, and we can go from there.
Yeah, yes, Monroeville won the toss, and they deferred to the second half. So Springfield Tigers will be getting the ball, and they'll be driving from our right to left. And so we'll see what the offense does right off the bat.
Well, and since the Monroeville Eagles will be on defense, let's take a look at their starting lineup. And their 3-4 defense, the ends for the Eagles will be Cole Ackerman and Levi Stegeman. The nose tackle will be Bryce Dunlap. The middle linebackers will be Isaac Klingman and Landon Hershiser. The outside linebackers, Blake Schaub, Ben Seitz, and Landon Roeder. The cornerbacks will be Derek Ackerman and Colt Clark, and the safety will be Evan Benfer. On the offense for the Monroeville Eagles, that offensive line, left to right, it'll be Isaac Klingman, Cole Ackerman, Hayden Ryan, Bryce Dunlap, and Jackson Hedrick. The tight end will be Levi Stegeman. The quarterback will be Evan Benfer. The running back, Landon Roeder. The halfback will be Landon Hershiser, and the wide receivers will be Blake Schaub and Derek Ackerman. The Monroeville Eagles are coached by Tyler Nestor. Coach Nestor has been there since 2021. Interesting fact about the Monroeville Eagles. They were 0-10 last year, 7-3 this year. And they attribute that to all the offseason preparation. Certainly, it has been successful for them. We'll take a look at the Springfield Tigers starting offense. You will see them to start the game here up front, that offensive line. Tyler Young, Tom Sheely, Zach Weichart, Lucas Datillo, and Connor Sugar. The tight end will be Jake O'Donnell. The wide receivers will be Sean Guerrero and Dylan Sheely. The fullback, Wyatt Kuboff. The running back, Kason Kosick. And we will, of course, also see Dante Gentile. And they'll be led on the field by the 6'3", 200-pound senior Colton Rourke. Defensively for the Tigers, into 3-4, it'll be Tom Sheely, Lucas Datillo, and Jake O'Donnell. The linebackers, Kason Kosick, Dante Gentile, Wyatt Kuboff, and Josh Velasco. And the defensive backs, Aiden Appel and Dylan Sheely. The safeties will be Hayden Pavlock and Sean Guerrero. And the Tigers are coached by head coach Sean Guerrero. And he has been here for quite a while, Coach, and built quite the program.
Absolutely.
And Springfield Tiger Marching Band with the alma mater.
If you don't mind, Jim, I just want to send a shout out and a sympathy to the Garkar family. We lost a 76 grad. He was all NEO and city player. Bob, 2 years ago, he came down with the illness, and we mentioned on the radio that we were praying for him. He went home the 23rd of this month, and we are saddened as a Cheney family and a Cheney football team. So to all the Garkar family that are here and up in near Cleveland, our prayers are with you.
Our condolences from the iMedia One Network. And we talked about the weather here, 68 degrees now here in New Middletown, overcast skies. As we wait for the national anthem, we'll step aside for that when they do play that. Uniforms tonight, it'll be Springfield, and they're all black with the white numerals and the orange detail, black helmets with the Tiger logo. Monroeville will be in their black pants, white jerseys with the black numerals, and they will have the yellow Michigan-like decals on the helmets.
Wow, I thought for sure you would have said from that team up north.
We're going to take a moment now. We're going to step aside for our national anthem performed by the Springfield Tiger Marching Band. Springfield Tiger Marching Band with a beautiful rendition of our nation's national anthem. We're going to step aside for our last time out here on the Cleveland Cobras pregame show. When we come back, we'll have the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week kickoff right here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825, or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Clark Cup champion! Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
Just moments away from kickoff here in this Division 7 Region 25 playoff game. The Monroeville Eagles making their trip 2.5 hours to the east here to take on the Springfield Tigers, an 8-9 matchup here in this division as both teams make their way to the field. And, of course, we want to thank the Cleveland Cobras for their support of the pregame show here, as well as Austin Maludik for his support with the Coach's Corner. Maludik Live, your home for high school sports. Follow him on social media at Maludik_live. Of course, you heard what Coach Guerrero had to say. Love the fact that he is always positive.
Yeah, it's what you got to do. You got to keep, you got to keep these kids up and running too. Sometimes that's a little difficult, but
his excitement is always contagious. So,
yeah, I've been around him.
As we get ready to kick off here, we want to thank all of our sponsors here as we get ready to kick off the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week, Week 11, here on the iMedia One Network. As Landon Stein will come out to do the kicking duty, 6', 140. He is a sophomore. And we are underway here in New Middletown. The kick right down the middle of the field will go into the end zone over the head of Noah Trogio. And it'll be a touchback, and the Springfield Tigers will get the ball to start this one, moving right to left on your devices, Coach.
Yeah, well, we know that he's got a leg because he booted at right near the end zone, and it rolled in for a touchback. So we'll go from the 20-yard line, and we'll see what our offense does coming straight out and see if we're going to pull the trigger or we're just going to grind and pound.
And we'll take a look at that third team on the field. Our officials for tonight. The back judge will be James Scragg, I apologize. Line judge Brad McKinnon. Linesman Rich McConnell. The umpire will be Andy Boscarillo. And our referee will be Tom Palmer. Springfield now going to start with one receiver to each side, two tight ends. Rourke in a shotgun. He'll send Kuboff in motion from left to right. Rourke's going to fire out to the 25-yard line. Going to be dropped by Guerrero, and it's going to bring up 2nd and 10 for the Tigers.
Yeah, he's got to hold the ball. It was right there in his hands. Just got a little nervous, maybe heard a little bit of footsteps, and that's going to happen sometimes. But, let's get the jitters out. First game of the playoffs. It's going to happen.
Just getting underway here on the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week. Week 1 of the playoffs here. Springfield with a home game now. Rourke now will go under center. Kason Kosick will be the sole running back. One wing to the right. They'll pitch it out to Kosick. Kosick looking for a run. Going to cut it up to the right side. Get past the 20. Down near the 24-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 6 now for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was a great job by Benford again. We're going to look at this young man. He's not only their quarterback, but he's leading in tackles. He's fast as lightning. He just got over there, and it was amazing.
Evan Benford, leading tackler for the Eagles. Again, 186 rushes for 1,419 yards, as well as 933 yards passing. He's one of the go-to guys here as Rourke now will go to the shotgun. Twin receivers to the near side. He'll roll out to the near side, trying to find room to set up under pressure. Elude one tackler, get out to the 30 and down to the 33-yard line. He'll have enough for a Springfield first down. You talked about him not being afraid to run, tuck the ball, did a great job not forcing it.
Yeah, I mean, he saw the opening. He drag it out. There was a lineman that was right on him, and he just tucked it and went. And Benford was there again, number 10, and Hershiser was there too, number 11. So both linebackers were scraping over, but they just couldn't get there.
Evan Benford, an outstanding athlete here. Springfield now will go twins right, I formation. Kuboff at the fullback. They'll give it to Kosick behind Kuboff. He'll make one cut to the left, and he'll run an eagle over and get out to the 38-yard line.
It was Derek Ackerman that took that hit. He took it on, and he lost a little bit.
Made the tackle, though, Coach.
Yes,
took one
he did.
for the team there.
Yeah, he did. It did cost him probably about 2 yards because he ran him right over. They cleated him a bit, but he did what he needed to do.
2nd and 5 now, ball at the Springfield 37-yard line. 10-19 left here, first quarter. No score. As Pavlock now will be the receiver to the far side. Have a wing left. They'll send a slot man in motion. I'll hand it off to Sheely. Sheely looking for room to cut up past the 40 and out at the 44-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 6, and it's going to be close to a first down, maybe about a yard short, Coach.
Yeah, I tell you what, all it was jet sweep, and they ran it into the boundary, and I tell you what, that was a great job. I never liked running and toss into the boundary. It just wasn't me, but, it works for them. It works for me.
I think we're going to see a lot of running tonight here. Yeah. Side note is Monroeville last week to Norwalk St. Paul gave up 501 yards in the rushing game. So I'm sure Springfield was looking at that as they'll go back to the I formation. Handoff again. This time it'll be Gentile off the right side. He'll run over one tackler, and then he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That was a hard pickup of 3, but it's going to be enough for a Springfield first down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. He did what he needed to do. He kept them wheels running and got it done. And Evan Bedford was there again. This is probably his 4th tackle already, and the game has just started.
Lamp will come out for Springfield. Guerrero will check in. Kuboff will come up. Dylan Sheely will replace him, 9:44. I think we're going to see a fast-moving clock here as both teams love to run the ball.
I don't see too many. I think Coach Guerrero, he'll take one deep occasionally, so I'm expecting it.
They'll send a man in motion right to the left. Rourke with the handoff on the jet motion. It's going to be Sheely again. Past the 45, past the midfield stripe, knocked out of bounds near the Monroeville 42-yard line. I didn't think he really had gotten that far, but the officials say he got to the 42, another Springfield first down.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Connor Sugar leveled. There was a guy in the backfield, and he turned and plowed one of the defenders over, and I'll tell you what, that's what got him around the corner. Outstanding block.
9:25 left here, first quarter. Slower pace, but Springfield keeping it on the ground. Drew Miller will be the receiver to the far side. Pavlock to the near side. O'Donnell will be the tight end to the left. Rourke in the shotgun. They'll send Pavlock in motion from left to right. Rourke handoff on the counter to Kosick. Kosick making a few cuts past the 40 and down to the 37-yard line. A flag's going to come in, Coach. I believe that's going to be a face mask.
Yeah, he had him by the head on that, and it looked like he grabbed a little bit, and that was Ackerman again coming up on that, but grabbed him a little high, so that's going to be should be a 15-yarder.
Already a report for the Cleveland Cobras scoreboard update. The Ursuline Irish, they take an 8-0 lead over the New Philadelphia Quakers there at Stambaugh Stadium on the campus of YSU in Poland. They take a 7-0 lead over the East Liverpool Potters. That game being played just down the street here, Coach.
Yeah, a lot of games in our area. A lot of close. Going to be a decent amount here.
I formation now. Rourke under center. Hand off to Gentile. Gentile straight up the middle. Stumbled a little bit, but he eluded one tackler and made it down to the 19-yard line. Pick up a 4. It'll be 3rd and 6 now for the Tigers.
Yeah, they closed down on it. The linemen were chasing. They got him by the ankles. But again, he got a good 4.5 yards on that carry. That was a good job by them. Again, we're getting a good push by that offensive line, and we're pulling guards and wrapping around and daving. And I'll tell you what, they're doing a great job, and they're getting where they need to be.
I apologize. 2nd and 6 now for the Tigers. Getting ahead of myself here. As they'll go into a shotgun formation. Rourke will have Gentile to his left. He'll send Shealy in motion, and we're going to have a flag on the play. I believe that's going to be a false start against Springfield. That'll make it 2nd and 11 back at the 24-yard line, and that's one way to stop the clock. If nothing else, already 8:25 left here first quarter.
Yeah, you don't want to make those mistakes. You just, you're driving down the field. This is what we say when you get into playoffs. You can't make these little mistakes because, again, now they got 2nd and 9.5. But, again, I'd have rather had 2nd and 4.
They'll Shealy be a receiver to the far side. Guerrero to the near side. They'll send Shealy in motion. Rourke with the counter hand off to Gentile. Gentile past the 20. He'll get out to the 16-yard line. They'll say he went down at the 17. Pickup of 7. Dante Gentile, again, he does not go down on the first hit.
No, and I like that. They're running the counter. That's something that they do well. I wish they would have run a little bit more of that last week against Lowville. I think they would have really progressed down the field. But, again, outstanding job by these guys up front. And I'll tell you what, they get them leaning out on that one side, and then they counter back. It's wide open.
Rourke again in the shotgun formation. Kuboff will line up behind the tackle on the left side. Shealy in motion. Another handoff to Gentile. Gentile's going to be met in the backfield. He's going to lose a yard or two on the play. Met right in the backfield there. Had a little bit of extra contact. No flag on the play, but nonetheless, Monroeville's first big play up front tonight.
Yeah, but I don't appreciate that. That should have been called. I'm sorry. He dragged him down. That play was over. He drove him back 6 yards and then grabbed him by the collar and pulled him down. So they're letting him play, but come on. That's a little late.
Pavlock will check in for Springfield. Wyatt Kuboff will come to the sideline. 4th and 8 for Springfield. Ball at the 20-yard line.
Jim, I think we might see the first pass play of the game.
Could happen. Colton Rourke bringing the play in from the sideline. Jake O'Donnell tight into the right. Trip receivers to the near side. It'll be Pavlock, Shealy, and Guerrero. Rourke rolling to the left side, looking downfield. He's going to take it himself. Past the 20, 15, inside the 10, and down at the 5-yard line. And it's going to be 1st and goal for Springfield.
Well, I'll tell you what, Jim, when he rolled left, I've seen that up. It just opened up because the 3 trips on this side ran him into the end zone. Linebacker didn't spy him, and it was wide open. So I was hoping he wasn't going to throw it because he had a lot of green ahead of him.
So 1st and goal now from the Monroeville 5-yard line. 6:25 left here on a running clock. Only really one pass attempted, and it was dropped. Everything else has turned into a run as Shealy now will be the receiver to the far side. Guerrero into the near side. Kuboff will be the wing to the left. Gentile in the backfield. Kuboff now to the right. He'll give it to Gentile inside the 5 and into the end zone for the Springfield touchdown. 6:05 of the first quarter. The Tigers take a 6-0 lead.
Wow, they opened a hole up on that right side. And Gentile, I tell you what, he didn't get touched until he was a yard in the end zone, and they brought him down. But I want to tell you something. That was an outstanding job. Beautiful drive by that offensive line. They are opening holes all over the place. But now we've got to get this extra point, and we'll see what happens defensively against this team that loves to run.
Sean Guerrero will hold for the Case and Kosick kick. Jake O'Donnell will be the long snapper. 6:04 left here, first quarter. Snap is back. Kick is up. And Kosick makes it a 7-0 Springfield lead. 6:04 left here, first quarter. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You're listening to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back after this.
Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825 or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Clark Cup champion!
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
Springfield goes 80 yards on their first drive. They get in the end zone on a 5-yard Dante Gentile run. They take a 7-0 lead here as Kason Kosick will line this one up for kickoff. On the repair that glass kickoff. Accidents happen. That's why you need repair that glass. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. And again, we thank Repair That Glass for sponsoring all of our kickoffs here in 2023. Straight down the middle. This one going to land right around the 5-yard line. It's going to bounce back towards Monroeville. They were going to let it go in the end zone. Picked up and brought it down inside the 15-yard line. And a little bit of a mental mistake there, Coach.
I want to tell you something. Number 15. Patrick Fecco went down and lit that man up. He has no regards for his body. He hit him at full tilt. That was great coverage by that young man.
Landon Roeder on the return for the Eagles. The sophomore got that weird bounce. Thought it was going to go into the end zone.
I thought it was going. It went straight up.
Monroeville now will go wing left. 2 receivers to the near side. They'll send a man in motion from right to left. Benfer will keep it himself, bring it out to the 16-yard line, make it the forward progress, and he'll be brought down by just about half of the Springfield defense. But I guess we'll go with Aiden Appel on this one since he was the one that came out from the bottom of the pile.
There was a boatload. O'Donnell and Cosa, there was a bunch of them.
That's like there was a party, and it was
absolutely
right in the quarterback's area there.
Somebody holding up a $100 bill, and they were on it.
So it's 2nd and 9 now. Oh, make it 2nd and 8 actually, as Benford will be in the shotgun. 1 receiver to the near side, 1 to the far side. They'll send a man in a slow motion from left to right. Handoff this time off the right side. And it'll bring it out to the 21-yard line. Pick up a 5.
Ooh.
Ball came loose. The officials are going to say it was down. So the Eagles will keep the ball here. That carry was Landon Roeder. And we're going to keep an eye on him. He is one of the big 3 here. We've been calling him for the Eagles.
Well, I tell you what, Jim, I had binoculars on that, watched the whole run. It looked like that ball was out before he hit the ground. So they let him play. Let him play.
3rd and 3 now. Ball at the Eagle 21-yard line. 1 receiver to each side. Tight end to the right. Benford back to pass. Looks out to his right. Fires. It's going to be caught. Just past the 25, and it's going to be enough for an Eagle first down. They're going to mark it officially at the 27-yard line.
Yeah, that was just as soon as he got it, 1-2, and that ball was out. And we were playing off a little bit, so, we just may have to look at that, and we just may have to just tighten up a little bit. Dylan Shealy was off a bit and then came up, made the tackle, but not before the first down.
Benford in a shotgun, twin receivers to the near side. Benford now taking it himself on a quarterback run, trying to stretch it out. And he'll get as far as the 30-yard line. He'll be knocked out of bounds. A pickup of 4, just about 4 for the Eagles. Of course, want to thank you for joining us here in this first quarter. First quarter is brought to you by the Youngstown Phantoms, the USHL Clark Cup champions. For all great season tickets available, call 330-747-PUCK, 747-7825, and see the future stars of the NHL right here in Youngstown. Benford in the shotgun now, 1 receiver to each side. They'll send a wing in motion from left to right. Benford now, quick pass out to the flats, and it's going to be complete at the 31, brought out to the 40, and knocked out of bounds at the 41-yard line. Landon Hershiser on the reception.
So what they're doing now is they're baiting that defense, and what's happening is he's running it out on that. It looks like he's faking to the running back, and then all he did was pull, and we bid on it because obviously with quarterback and running back with over almost 3,000 yards combined, they got to play their position.
So 1st and 10 at the Eagle 42-yard line. Benford in his shotgun. 1 running back to his right. In short motion from left to right. Flag on the play. And I think we're going to have too many people moving here. for Monroeville. And indeed, it's going to be a false start against the Eagles. That'll kick him back 5, back to the 37-yard line.
Yeah, they just this ain't Canada. you got to stay set. You can't have two guys going and moving at the same time.
It did look nice, though.
Well, it did. I mean, it was poetry in motion. We got it. So let's see what they dial up now. Springfield defense has got a hold here.
1st and 15. Ball at the 37-yard line of the Eagles. 4:20 left here, first quarter. Bedford in the shotgun. Twin receivers to the near side. They'll send that wing in motion again from left to right with a tight end on the left. Handoff on the counter. And it'll be Roden again. He'll be brought down at the 44-yard line. That'll be pickup of 7. And they're still going to be, we'll call it about 2nd and 8.
I'll tell you what, though, that was a good first run. We got to stay disciplined up front. First of all, we can't overrun the play. And second of all, we're getting a little turned on the offensive line. Is turning our shoulders. If we stay square, then we won't have a problem. We can't get turned.
So shotgun again now, one receiver to each side. They'll send in one in motion from left to right. That'll be Schaub. Bedford rolling out, going to complete the pass at the midfield stripe and knocked out of bounds. Chase Horn on the reception.
Yeah, that was a nice play. Got about 7 yards on that, 6 yards. So it's 3rd and, let's see, we got 2.
My apologies. That was Blake Schaub on the reception here for the Eagles. 3:37 left. Clock will stop as the play went out of bounds. 3rd and 2 now. Ball at the midfield stripe. 2 receivers to the far side. Schaub will be the far receiver. Bedford in the shotgun. He'll keep it himself, but he's going to be hit in the backfield. Wyatt Kuboff making contact 2 yards deep in the backfield. That's going to bring up 4th down for the Eagles.
Well, I'll tell you what, Kuboff almost took that handoff. He come flying through there. That was amazing. I tell you, he shot out of a cannon. I thought he was going to get the handoff. And that looks like they're going for it.
And indeed, 4th down at the 48-yard line. They have to get to the 48-yard line on the other side of the field, or the other side of the midfield stripe, to get the first down, but they're going to go for it. Schaub will be the receiver to the far side. It'll be Derek Ackerman to the near side. Bedford in the shotgun. Wing left, one running back to the left of Bedford. Bedford is going to step back, and this is most likely going to be a pooch kick. And indeed it is. Almost got blocked, but it's going to be a good punt. And this ball is going to hit the 20-yard line and roll past the 10 and down near the 6-yard line. That's where Springfield will take over. 2:39 left here, first quarter. So no returner back for Springfield, but I think the Tigers are willing to kind of chance that.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, though. I always tell the people that are going in to block a punt, what you do is you keep your arms straight out and parallel to the ground. What he did was he got in there and his hands were over his head. And what he did, he punted over his hands. If he throws his arms straight out, he kicks it right into his arms and into that basket.
Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update, Coach. Just down the street here on 170, the Poland Bulldogs take a 14-0 lead over the East Liverpool Potters under Coach Paul Cusick, former Crestview coach.
There we go.
Doing a great job with that program down there. So congratulations to East Liverpool. As it will be Rourke now under center, twin receivers to the near side. Tight end to the right. They'll send McKinney in motion, flag on the play. And it's going to be a false start against Springfield. They're at the 7, so that's going to put them at about the 3.5-yard line.
Yeah, I don't know what's going on, but they got to settle down. If it's a wide receiver, we're not getting a number. He has got to watch the ball, not listen to the snap.
I had a dime for every time you said that. You're your coach.
That's a coach's thing that drives me crazy.
Well, in defense of the play, it is really hard to listen to those quarterbacks with that hard count, even if it's your own quarterback.
Yeah,
and sometimes they do it to you. You get a little excited.
Yeah.
So going to be Sheely, the receiver to the far side. Drew Miller will pair up with him. Rourke under center. Handoff off the left side. And that's going to be Gentile out to the 10-yard line. They'll give him the forward progress. They'll actually say they'll give him the 9. So it'll be a pickup of 6. That'll give him a little bit more breathing room, coach. And when that happens, your play calling, I guess, can change a little bit too.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, though, if they're chunking them for that much yard, just keep running the ball. Now you got 2nd and long. My opinion is just don't get fancy here. You're backed up. Don't cause anything. Let's just get up there, run the ball, and get a good push by that offensive line. Again, counter seems to be working really good for him, but we'll see what coach calls.
Guerrero now the single receiver to the left side. Rourke in the shotgun. They'll send Shealy in motion. High snap. Counter handoff to Gentile off the right side. Past the 15, 20, 25, and down at the 28-yard line. And that is going to be a Springfield first down.
That was a nice counter. I don't know. Somebody must have heard something there or saw something, but that's what they've always run that counter. Run that counter. Nobody seems to have stopped them on that. And I tell you what, that should be their bread and butter play when they need it. It got them out of the hole, and what a great run.
Who needs Tony Romo?
That's right. You got Dante Gentile, and then again, he missed those 2 games, and since he's been back, he's proven himself.
It almost seems like he's a more violent runner since he's come back.
I love it. I love it. That's how you got to be.
Rourke in the shotgun, twin receivers to the far side. Shealy in motion, left to right. Rourke going to pull the ball. He's going to step up in the pocket, keep it himself. Pick up maybe 2 or 3 yards on the play. Didn't have anything downfield. Good coverage by the secondary of the Eagles.
Yeah, they did a great job. It was they were toe-to-toe with them right down the field, and I understand what he wanted to do. And they had Sean Guerrero blanketed on that one. So great job by them. But, again, I say run the ball. So now you got second and manageable. Let's do what we got to do.
McKinney checking in for Springfield, as was Drew Miller. Just about 45 seconds left here in this fast-moving first quarter, brought to you by the Youngstown Phantoms. The road to the NHL runs through Youngstown. Call for season, group, and individual tickets, 747-7825. Rourke, high snap going over the head of Colton Rourke. Rolling back to the 10. He's going to fall on it at the 8-yard line. That's going to bring up third and forever. They're going to have to get to the 38-yard line for a first down. 25 seconds left here as it looks like we're going to wait to see if that one is going to wind it down. And I believe Springfield's going to head to the sideline and let the clock expire, try to reset after that high snap. And indeed, we will come to the end of the first quarter here in New Middletown, where Springfield on their first possession goes 80 yards to get into the end zone. They take a 7-0 lead. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You're listening to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week Playoff Edition here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825 or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Clark Cup champion!
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
Back here, second quarter action here. Springfield with a 7-0 lead, but it's going to be 3rd and 30 at the Springfield 8-yard line after the high snap. Take a look at the Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update. Mark Means, Matt Emsch over at Jackson Milton. And Jackson Milton takes a 7-0 lead over the Mineral Ridge Rams. Rourke now in a shotgun, trip receivers to the near side. High snap again, but Rourke's going to be able to bring this one down. And he tried to set up the screen to the left side, and it's going to be complete to Jake O'Donnell, but nowhere to go. He'll get out to about the 10-yard line, and Springfield's going to have to punt from their own end zone.
Yeah, when you set up a screen, the linemen got to have their eyes downfield. First guy that comes, you got to take him. Can't stand there and watch it, but that almost was a disaster. So we have got to calm that down and get that center snap. Weichart has got to calm down a little bit, get his butt down.
Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update down in downtown Youngstown at the Cavelli Center. The Youngstown Phantoms with a 1-0 lead over the Sioux Falls Stampede. Plenty of sports action tonight here on the iMedia One Network. Guerrero back to punt. He's about halfway into his end zone. Good snap. He'll get this one away end over end, and it's going to be fielded at the 44-yard line. Return to the 35, and that's where he'll slide down before the officials will blow the whistle on that. That's going to be Maverick Myers, I believe, on the return. a correction on that. That's going to be Evan Benfer on the return. Benfer doing everything here for the Eagles on both sides of the ball. Just a pure athlete, Coach.
Yeah, and that's exactly. And that was Hayden Pavlock that had him, and then he slipped past him, but we was able to come back and make the tackle on that.
So 1st and 10 now from the Springfield 35-yard line. Eagles with fantastic field position. Benfer in the shotgun. 2 receivers to the far side. Benfer going to keep it himself up the middle and may have picked up a yard on the play. That's going to be a textbook tackle by Kason Kosick from his linebacker position.
Yeah, that was a great job. He just scraped down the line and was able to get him, so that was a short yardage. But they got to be careful here. Again, we know they could run, but we have to stay focused and disciplined on the outside, too, with the passing.
2nd and 9 now for the Eagles. They'll be at the Springfield 34-yard line. Benfer in the shotgun, wing left, 1 receiver to each side. Shaw will be the receiver to the near side. They'll send a man in motion from right to left. Benfer now with the handoff counter, and he'll be hit at just about the 34-yard line. Fell forward for a couple of yards, and it's going to bring up 3rd down for the Eagles.
Yeah, I tell you what, that was a good job by our defense, but unfortunately he was able to break loose, and he slipped out of a good tackle. So we'll see. Again, we're holding them. They're making them chip, and that's a good job. It was Tyler Young that actually had him, and he slipped through him. This young man, he is only a 10th grader, a sophomore, and I'll tell you what, he is tough.
3rd and 7 from the 32-yard line. Benfer in the shotgun. Schaub, wide left. They'll send a man in motion from right to left. Roeder to the left of Benfer. Benfer rolling out to his left, looking upfield, and he's trying to throw the ball, and it's going to be complete, actually, and dropped. Both the defender and the receiver were battling for it.
Dylan Shealy made an outstanding play on that. He knocked that ball out of his hands. Great job with that.
I believe it was Derek Ackerman was the intended receiver. They battled for it, and it hit the turf. Looked like it was going to be a catch initially, but that's going to bring up 4th and 7 now for the Eagles.
Absolutely, Jim, but Shealy came down and chopped his arms and knocked that ball out. So now you got 4th down. We got to watch the draw, and we got to watch the short passes.
Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update. The Ursuline Irish take a 14-0 lead over New Philadelphia. Ackerman, the receiver, to the far side now. Benfer rolling out to his left, fires over the middle. That's going to be complete to Schaub. Schaub going to get inside the 25, down to the 23-yard line. And it's going to be a couple. Oh, they're going to.
1st down.
Okay, the lines were off a little bit there. I thought that was going to be about a yard short, but they're going to say, nope, 1st down. So 1st and 10 now for the Eagles. Ball at the 23-yard line, 9:19 left here in this 2nd quarter. Fast moving as both teams have been on the march. Benfer now in the shotgun. Roeder now moving from the right side to the left side of Benfer. Schaub, the receiver, to the near side. Ackerman to the far side. Benfer will send a man in motion from right to left. It'll be the wing. He'll keep it himself. Quarterback run off the left side. Contact made, but he'll battle through. He's going to get loose. 10-5, touchdown. Benfer, he gets the Eagles on the board with 8:50 left here in the 2nd quarter.
Well, I will tell you what, Jim, that was not good tackling by Springfield. The initial tackle, they had him, and I don't know what exactly happened. I mean, the young man keeps his legs going, and he runs low, and his shoulder pads down. So good job as far as that goes, but I'll tell you what, that's not good tackling by Springfield.
So after Monroeville gets the ball at the Springfield 35-yard line, they convert on a 23-yard touchdown run as Landon Stein will come in for the kick. It's up, and it is good. So with 8:50 left here in the 2nd quarter, the Eagles tie it up with the Tigers at 7. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You're listening to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back after this.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
8:50 left here, second quarter. We are all tied up at 7. Monroeville gets on the board on a Benford 23-yard touchdown run. Coach, we were just talking off the air. That young man is a fantastic athlete. I don't know if he's a quarterback by trade, but he is all over the field.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. Defensively, he's probably leading the team in tackles. Offensively, he's running, probably leading in rushing, throwing the ball quite well. And I tell you what, he's rolling out. He's running, and he's been pinpoint on that. Not very far throws, but I tell you what, he's getting it done.
Stand by for the repair of that glass kickoff. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. Landon Stein to kick off for the Eagles. Isaac Law Morticella and Noah Trogio back to return for the Tigers. This one going to be a shorter kick. Fielded by Appel at the 25-yard line. He'll go down on one knee. And that's where Springfield will take over, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They're looking to get back on course after that errant snap sent him back to the 8-yard line.
Yeah, I tell you what, now we got to just settle down. Center got to keep his butt down, and that's what causes it. Jim knows he get that rear end up, and it'll fly on you. You got to stay low and make that step, make that first block. But your first thing is, I've always told my centers, is get the snap. Don't worry about the block. You get that snap back there. And Jim did a good job on that.
And you didn't even scream his name when he did it. Wow.
It's not my job, man.
You're slowing down, Coach.
It's not my job, man.
Rourke now in the shotgun. It'll be McKinney and O'Donnell moving to the right side now. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. They're going to hand it off to Shealy on the end around. He'll get out to the 29-yard line. Pickup of 3. It'll be 2nd and 7 for the Tigers.
Yeah, that was a good job. I'm trying to get a number on that, and guess who? Oh, my word.
Evan Bedford on the tackle.
Evan Bedford.
Sing along if you know the words, Coach.
Wow, he come flying out of nowhere. Boy, did he have closing speed, because he was lining up on the right side of their defense, and he was able to come all the way across, because they run a kind of it's almost like a 5-3 defense.
He will not graduate until 2025.
Yeah.
Plenty of time here is now to be Pavlok, the receiver to the far side. One receiver to the right, at the near side. They'll send McKinney in motion from right to left in the wing position. Rourke stepping back, firing. It's going to be caught by Guerrero at the 35-yard line. He had to lean forward to get it. So it'll be a pickup of 6. It'll be 3rd and 1 now for Springfield.
Yeah, let's just get in there, get the first down. I say get under center and just push. Let's make sure we get this, because we got to go down there and score. Snaps have been coming back a little high now still, so we got to get these down.
McKinney now in the I formation at fullback, twin receivers to the far side. Rourke now with the handoff to Gentile. Gentile past the 40. He's going to bowl over 2 Eagles and get out to the 44-yard line. And you got to feel a little sympathy for Benford, as well as Isaac Klingman, who
I was going to say,
they became speed bumps there. And it is unbelievable, again, the velocity and the violent way that Gentile's been running the ball since his return.
You talk to any running back, they'll tell you before they hit, they accelerate, and that's exactly what he's been doing.
Twin receivers to the far side. Now it'll be Shealy and Guerrero. Drew Miller will be the receiver to the near side. Rourke under center to send Guerrero in motion from right to left. It'll be a handoff to Gentile. Gentile going to push everybody from Monroeville back to the midfield stripe. It's going to be a pickup of 5, so it's now 2nd and 5 for the Tigers.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a good job. We got a good push on that one, and it was and Eckerman on the defense, and he was able to fight through that and make a tackle. But I'll tell you what, I'll take 1st and 5 all day.
6:37 left here, all tied up at 7. Springfield. Zone, and Monroeville takes advantage of the field position at the Springfield 35-yard line. They get in on a 23-yard run by Benford. Rourke now in his shotgun. McKinney in motion from right to left. A little bit of a high snap again, but he'll bring it down. Gentile making one cut to the left. He'll get past the midfield stripe down to the 48-yard line. Pickup of 2. It'll be now 3rd and 3. Well, let me say 3rd and 2. A little bit.
They got a little generous.
Okay, the down marker is now getting in line with the officials. So 3rd and 3 now for the Tigers.
2.5.
It'll be in Eagle territory now, just on the other side of the stripe, on the other side of the midfield stripe, with a very, very large Springfield logo.
Yeah.
Love this field here, Coach.
No, it's
just looks
beautiful. It really does. And what I like is the down markers, it lights up. It's digital, and boy, that makes it easy for us.
I formation now. McKinney will stand off to the left. Shealy in motion. They'll hand it off to Kason Kosick. Kosick dragging one defender, and he'll make his way down to the 41-yard line. Pickup of 7. That'll be a first down in Eagle territory for Springfield.
Well, he dragged Isaac Klingerman about 2 yards, and he was trying to break loose, and he almost got it, but they were able to finally corral him.
All you can say, Coach, is hold on. I mean, that's all you can do.
Yeah, that's exactly what he did, and he almost broke that.
Drew Miller bringing the play in from the sideline for Springfield. 1st and 10 now. Ball at the Eagle 41-yard line. Miller and Shealy will be the receivers to the far side. McKinney will be the wing to the right. Rourke in the shotgun. He'll give it to Kosick off the right side. He'll have a little bit of running room there. Get past the 40, down to the 39. Pick up a 2. Make it 2nd and 8 for Springfield.
Yeah, that was a good by Hershiser. He did a great job, linebacker. Just kind of stood there, stepped up like he did. He read it, and then he saw the opening and was able to take him down. So that was a pretty good job. I'll tell you what, this team, they're not real big, but they fly. They are fast, and they fly to the ball quite a bit.
Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update. The Poland Bulldogs take a 28-0 lead over East Liverpool. Jacksonville with a 14-0 lead over Mineral Ridge as Guerrero goes in motion from right to left. Rourke under center. Now hand it off to Kosick. Kosick ran into the entire Eagle interior, drove a few of them back, and still managed to pick up 2 yards. It'll be 3rd and 7 now for Springfield.
Yeah, trying to get all the numbers there. That was a great job by Hendrick on that one. I want to say he made the first contact, and then he had a couple other of his buddies in there diving in. So that was a big hit. So we've got to keep the ball going here. We have got to get, even if we don't get the first down, that's short yardage here.
So 3rd and 6, they'll call it. Ball at the Eagle 38-yard line. Pavlock will be the receiver to the far left. Shealy will be in motion from the slot, left to right. Rourke stepping back, play action. He's going to take it himself. Out past the 35, down to the 34-yard line. He had to get to the 31. He's going to be 3 yards short. It's 4th and 3 now.
I think if he would have made a decision, he saw it wasn't open. I think if he'd have tucked it and went a little bit quicker on his decision, he probably could have got a first down. But we have got to get this first down. We can't waste this. We got to keep this drive alive because we do not want to get the ball back to them.
So 3:13 left here in this fast-moving first half. All tied up at 7. It'll be Shealy and Guerrero, the twin receivers to the far side. Aiden Pavlock to the near side. Jake O'Donnell, tight end to the left. Kason Kosick will be to the left of Rourke in the shotgun. Play action. Pass over the middle, complete to Jake O'Donnell past the 25 and down at the 23-yard line. They hit Jake O'Donnell, the tight end, for a first down.
Yeah, they forgot about that tight end, and he got behind them linebackers, and all he had to do was pop it in there, and it had to be a little bit high, probably about eyeball high, and he did, and he drilled it in there. Thank God he was able to get it, because that was a high fastball he got to him.
Really talk about the advantages of a tall quarterback.
Yeah.
And certainly that was it right there. Hit him over the middle in traffic as Miller and Pavlock will be the twin receivers now to the far side. Gentile will replace Kosick. McKinnon will be the wing to the right. Rourke in the shotgun. Jake O'Donnell tight end on the right side now. They'll send Pavlock in motion from right to left. Hand off to Gentile. Gentile had a little bit of a hitch from dragging one defender, but he'll make it to the 20, maybe close to the 19. No, they'll say his knee went down at the 20. So a pickup of 3 for Springfield.
Yeah, that's a good job. I'll tell you what, we get 3 yards on it on a first down. Keep that clock running. Now, you got 1:59 right now, and Sean Guerrero's got to keep an eye on that clock because we don't want to go in halftime. We got to get a score here.
Keep in mind, Springfield got the ball first to start the game. Monroeville will get it in the second half. 1:44 left here, second quarter. Drew Miller, receiver to the far side. Guerrero to the near side. Jake O'Donnell will be the tight end to the right. Rourke in the shotgun with Gentile to his left. They'll give it to Gentile, who try to move off the left side. And it'll, again, take the whole right side of the Monroeville defense to knock him down. He'll get down to the, we'll call it the 17-yard line. Pickup of 3. So that'll bring up 3rd and 4 now for Springfield.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he hit the hole quick. Somebody got him by the ankles and slowed him down a little bit. I'll tell you what, if they wouldn't have, I think he would have trucked that the guy that brought him down, the player.
Jake O'Donnell now will move to the tight end left with Sheely, the receiver, to the far side. Guerrero to the near side. McKinney, the wing, to the right. Correction, that'll be Kuboff. Rourke now in the shotgun. He'll plant his feet, fire out to the corner of the end zone. He's got Sean Guerrero, and it's caught in the end zone for a 17-yard touchdown reception. 51 seconds left here in the first half. Springfield takes a 13-7 lead.
That's what I want to see. He had nice touch on that. He didn't panic. I've watched him. It was perfect on that. He dropped it right in there to Guerrero. Outstanding throw. That's what I want to see out of Rourke. Yeah, it's a great job. Beautiful drive down there. Didn't let anything stall him. Fourth down. They're getting first downs, and that's what they need to do. 3-4 yards on first down and just chip away.
That drive starting at the Springfield 25-yard line. They go 75 yards to take the 13-7 lead, pending the extra point. Guerrero to hold. Kosik to kick. Jake O'Donnell to snap. Snap is back. Kick is up. And Kason Kosik makes it a 14-7 lead for Springfield. 51 seconds left here in the half. We'll step aside for a timeout. You're listening to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back after this.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier that makes sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
51 seconds left here in this opening half, week 11 of the OHSAA playoffs. Go to the Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update. We have a correction on that. Mineral Ridge has a 21-0 lead over Jackson Milton right now. Jackson Milton with some injuries to deal with this week as Kason Kosik will get ready to kick this one off for the Repair That Glass kickoff. Accidents happen. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. This kickoff will land at the 6-yard line, be fielded there, brought out to the 15, 20, 25. And that's going to be Roeder on the return down to the 29-yard line. Beautiful return for the Monroeville Eagles. They will take over 1st and 10 with just 41 seconds left here in this half. Coach, trying to see where they're going to place the ball officially here, and I think it's going to be the 28-yard line, make it the 29.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good return, but we were on them. We'll be fine on this. Now, we just got to play smart because they got to watch the throws, but we've got to contain this quarterback.
And for now in the shotgun, twin receivers to the near side, 1st and 10 from the Eagle 29-yard line. And we're going to have a Springfield timeout, 41 seconds left here in the half. We're going to keep it right here as we take a look at some scores from around the area here in week 1 of the playoffs. And we'll try to refresh that, of course, over on City View Sportscast and Sports Radio 1240. Mark Means, Matt Emsch. Mineral Ridge with a 21-0 lead over at Jackson Milton. That was a game that ended on a last-second field goal and a Jackson Milton win several weeks ago. Other scores from around the area, Campfield with a 6-0 lead over Akron East. Cardinal Mooney, they lead Akron Bookdale they trail Bookdale 6-3. Now, this is a game we'll keep an eye on, Coach, here. Danville and McDonald. Danville leads at McDonald 14-0. Springfield will meet the winner of that one. If McDonald wins it, we will be in Springfield here in New Middletown for week 2. If Danville wins, we will be making the trip to Knox County. Austintown Fitch with a 7-0 lead over John Hay. Lakeview 14, Sandy Valley 13. Malvern with a 13-0 lead over Southern. As we get the whistle for play, Benford in the shotgun, twin receivers to the near side, 1st and 10 from the Eagle 29-yard line. Benford keeping himself, he's under pressure. A bunch of black jerseys here. He's going to elude a couple tackles, but he is not going to get away from all of them. And I believe that was going to be Tom Sheely on the tackle, the big man chasing him down in the backfield. Actually, they'll place the ball at the 28-yard line. Eagles going right back to the line. Twin receivers to the far side. Benford rolling out, looking downfield, fires over the middle. And he's going to throw behind his receiver. That pass was intended for Derek Ackerman. That'll stop the clock with 15 seconds left.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. When they rush, their offense wasn't ready either. And what happened was that threw their timing off. And, I don't understand that. Hurry up and do whatever. So what they should have done was either take the timeout, stop the clock, regroup, and then do what you got to do. But 15 seconds, you got 3rd and 9.
Stick around for our halftime report. We will go over scores from around the area here in week 1 of the playoffs. Some surprising scores nonetheless here. 3rd and 11, ball to 27-yard line. Benfer rolling out to the far side, looking downfield. He's going to tuck it himself, take it past the 30, make it out to the 35-yard line. That'll be a pickup of 8, but only 7 seconds left here. And Springfield will take their second timeout as we'll continue to take a look at the Cleveland Cobras scoreboard update. A little surprise here, Coach. Creston Norway with a 13-6 lead over Liberty.
Yeah, but Creston Norway, they're a bit of balanced team. I've seen them in the playoffs before too. So.
Oh, they're there every year, but
Yeah.
The fact that Liberty keeping that close with Creston Norway.
Yeah, they're doing a good job. They want this bad. I've talked to their coaches, and they are so excited to make the playoffs.
South Range with a 14-6 lead over Fairless. Streetsboro 13-6 over Beaver Local United. The Eagles have a 7-0 lead over the Brookfield Warriors. Woodridge with a 14-13 lead over West Branch at last report. Wow. Harding with a 7-0 lead over Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. Kirtland 14-0 over Columbiana. These are all second quarter scores. Lowville with a 14-0 lead over Steubenville Central Catholic. So Benford now back to punt. He'll be at his own 21-yard line. Aiden Appel will be at his own 29. And this one's going to be a high punt. Appel went for the fair catch. He's going to let it roll, and it'll roll back in the Springfield's direction at the 26-yard line. And that will bring us to the end of the fast-moving first half here in New Middletown. A little bit of hesitation here. I don't know if we have another issue here or if they're going to let this go to half.
I don't see a penalty flag.
Certainly a pause in both teams going to the locker room here. Springfield coming back on the field. Yeah, we didn't see any kind of infractions. See if we can get some kind of word from our referee. 0 seconds showing up on this clock. And they're going to say running into the kicker. Okay. So that will be an untimed down, and I'm sure that the Eagles will refuse that penalty. They're actually going to say,
that's first down, Jim.
They're going to say they're roughing the kicker.
No. It was running into the kicker. It's 5 yards. That was 4th and 4. That gives them the first down.
So with no time left on the clock, I believe that Monroeville will have an untimed down here with trailing Springfield 14-7. So that is the delay here. Again, no time on the clock. As get a Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update down at the Cavelli Center. Matt Lipsack with the call. The Youngstown Phantoms have a 2-1 lead over the Sioux Falls Stampede. That is after completing one period. And the Ursuline Irish with a 21-0 lead over the New Philadelphia Quakers. Mineral Ridge over on City View Sportscast and Sports Radio 1240. Mark Means, Matt Emsch. The Rams lead at the Jackson Milton Blue Jays 21-0. Here we go with an untimed down here. It'll be technically 1st and 10 at the Eagle 40-yard line. Benford in the shotgun. Wing right, twins receivers to the near side. Benford back to pass. He's going to keep it himself, tuck it away past the 40, 45. He'll go out of bounds at midfield. And that will take us to the half here in New Middletown, where Springfield will go into the locker room with a 14-7 lead over the Monroeville Eagles. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll take a look at the scores from around the area here in week 1 of the Ohio High School football playoffs. We'll have the PAC report, all that and so much more here on the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
Halftime here in New Middletown. Springfield going into the locker room with a 14-7 lead over the Monroeville Eagles. And we'll take a look at the scores from across the iMedia One network. And we'll start off with Jackson Milton and Mineral Ridge. Again, that game ended very close the last time. Game was decided on a last-minute field goal in the favor of the Jackson Milton Blue Jays. That is not the case tonight. As last time I checked, it was a 21-0 lead for the Mineral Ridge Rams under head coach Brian Shaner. And on Western Reserve Radio with our own Matt Lipsack, at the intermission after 1, it is the Youngstown Phantoms 2, the Sioux Falls Stampede 1. Phantoms playing outstanding here in the 2023 season. Of course, we want to thank them for their support and their sponsorship of the first quarter here of tonight's game. Of course, you can see all the stars of the NHL right here in Youngstown. Great season group and individual game tickets are now on sale for the 2023-2024 season. Call 330-747-PUCK, 330-747-7825, or go to youngstownphantoms.com. Take a look at the scores from around the area as Canfield with a 6-0 lead as they had to travel to Akron East. Akron Bookville with a 6-3 lead over Cardinal Mooney. Danville pulling away here on McDonald. It's 22-0 in the second quarter. We'll keep an eye on that game as it appears that Springfield will face the winner of the Danville-McDonald game. Austintown Fitch with a 14-0 lead over John Hay. Sandy Valley and Lakeview, they are all tied up at 21. Malvern with a 13-0 lead over Southern. No score from the LeBray-Mogador game as yet. This one, a little bit of a surprise here, is Creston Norwayne only leads Liberty 13-6. The Leopards have come out to play. They had to make the trip to Norwayne tonight. South Range with a 21-6 lead over Fairless. South Range, the defending Division 5 state champions from 2022. Streetsboro with a 27-6 lead over Beaver Local, that in the second quarter. United maintains their 7-0 lead over Brookfield. Woodridge, giving West Branch all they can handle. Woodridge leads by a score of 14-13. Warren Harding, at last report, 7-0 over Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. Over on the Pennsylvania side, Erie Prep 21, Farrell 6. Lakeview 7, Franklin 0. That also on the PA side. Kirtland, 35-0, that in the second quarter over the Columbiana Clippers. Lowville, the Rockets lead Steubenville Central Catholic by a score of 14-0. Niles with a 14-7 lead over Edgewood. Poland, they now lead East Liverpool 35-0 going into halftime. Northeast leads Reynolds over in PA 23-6. And Girard and Struthers all tied up at 7. I believe everybody anticipated that one to be a close game here in week 1 of the playoffs. Ursuline, no problem. They're shutting out Philadelphia by a score of 28-0. Western Reserve with a 14-13 lead over Lisbon. The Blue Devils traveling out to Berlin Center, and they are battling the Western Reserve Blue Devils out there. It's the Battle of the Blue Devils out in Berlin Center. Take a look at the scoring recap here in New Middletown. Springfield on their first possession, they would get the ball. Monroeville would elect to defer after they won the toss. So Springfield got the ball first, and they went 80 yards downfield. Dante Gentile would get into the end zone on a 5-yard touchdown run. That came at 6:04 of the first quarter. 8:50 of the first quarter, it would be Evan Bedford going 23 yards on a touchdown run. That drive started at the 35-yard line. After Springfield had to punt out of their own end zone, Monroeville taking advantage of the field position. That tied the game up at 7. Second quarter action, it wouldn't be until 51 seconds left in that half. And Rashawn Guerrero would catch a 17-yard pass from Colton Rorick in the corner of the end zone to put the Springfield Tigers up by a score of 14-7. That would be a 75-yard drive for Springfield. Halftime continues here in New Middletown. The Monroeville Eagle Band out entertaining the home stands here today. And it is a capacity crowd here on the Springfield side here. They have come out for week 1 of the playoffs. We're going to step aside for another timeout. And when we come back, we will have the President's Athletic Conference Report with Commissioner Joe Underko. And when we come back, we'll give you some more scoring updates from around the valley. You're listening to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. We're back after this.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Moludic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Moludic_live. And remember, our fans come first. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
Welcome to the PAC Football Report, covering games on October 28th, 2023. I'm Joe Onderko. This week we will look back at Week 8 football games last Saturday in the President's Athletic Conference. while also previewing Week 9 Gridiron contest this weekend. Grove City continued its historic campaign as the Wolverines improved to 8-0 for the first time in their 125-plus year history of the program, with a 49-0 home blanking of St. Vincent. Carnegie Mellon and Case Western Reserve each remain a game back of GCC following home wins, as CMU topped Washington and Jefferson 32-14, and Case recorded their third shutout of the season, 35-0 over Waynesburg. In other action, Westminster outlasted Allegheny 27-17, while Geneva posted its second straight victory, 45-20 over visiting Bethany. Teal had the weekend off. PAC Player of the Week honors for Week 8 went to Carnegie Mellon sophomore running back Willem Bouma on offense, senior lineman A.J. Dudowski of Case Western Reserve on defense, and senior punt returner defensive back Gabe Dunlap of Grove City on special teams. Earning PAC Newcomer of the Week honors for the second straight week was Geneva sophomore linebacker Luke Blasco. Week 9 features another full slate of 5 league matchups, with Carnegie Mellon having the bye week. The schedule is highlighted by a battle of PAC powers in Washington, PA, as 6-1 Case Western Reserve travels to 5-2 W&J for a 6:05 p.m. kickoff at Cameron Stadium. The Presidents narrowly lead the all-time series with the Spartans 12-10. The teams have split 6 matchups since Case rejoined the PAC in 2014, with the Spartans edging the Presidents 14-10 in Cleveland a year ago. W&J head coach Mike Sirianni talks about what makes the Case Western defense so difficult to attack.
They play with 100% effort every single play. They are just all over the football. They play so hard. They don't make any mistakes. They got big, strong defensive line, linebackers that fill, corners that can cover. So they got no weaknesses. They are the total package on defense.
8-0 Grove City remains home against 0-7 Bethany at Thornfield in Grove City at 1 p.m. It's the 77th all-time meeting between the programs. Grove City has won the last 2 meetings against the Bison, with the last Bethany win over the Wolverines being a 27-7 final in 2018. A Grove City victory would clinch at least a share of the 2023 PAC title for the Wolverines, as well as lock in the conference's automatic bid to the NCAA Division III playoffs. GCC coach Andrew DiDonato talks about the impact this special season has had on the Grove City campus, alumni, and community.
There's so many alumni, just so excited to see some of the success we've been able to have. Community members grabbing me after the game. They're bringing their kids and wearing Grove City gear, and just alumni, community, faculty popping in. It's just really special, just truly living out Each of Us Needs All of Us.
4-3 Westminster hits the road to face 2-5 St. Vincent at Chuck Knoll Field in Latrobe at 1 p.m. The Titans have won 17 of the 20 all-time meetings between the programs, including the last 8 meetings, including a 41-6 final in their most recent game in 2021. Bearcat head coach Aaron Smetanka talks about his team integrating several younger players into the St. Vincent offensive attack.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing right now is getting our guys that have been playing these last few weeks for us. We've had some young guys that have had to step into some roles, especially more so in our skill positions this year. Those guys have done a good job on their end, getting experience, getting playing time, and I think it's helped them out for their growth, I think, going forward.
Other Week 9 games include 2-5 Teal traveling to Meadville to face 2-6 Allegheny at Frank Fuhrer Field at 1 p.m. It's the 85th all-time meeting between the programs dating back to 1893. The Gators have won the last 3 meetings, including a 34-6 final over the Tomcats a year ago. Finally, 3-4 Geneva looks for its 3rd straight win as the Golden Tornadoes travel to 1-6 Waynesburg at Wiley Stadium with kickoff set for 1 p.m. The teams are meeting for the 84th time on the gridiron in a series that began in 1907. The Yellow Jackets won a 37-30 shootout against the GTs in 2022. That's all for this edition of the PAC Football Report. Please log on to the conference website at www.pacathletics.org all season long for the latest news, scores, statistics, and other league information. You can follow us on social media via Facebook, X, formerly known as Twitter, and Instagram. Links are available at the PAC website.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to clevelandcobrasfootball.com.
Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras Football.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9119. Gessler Propane. They got gas.
Hey, football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825 or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Clark Cup champion!
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard or call 234-254-8532.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
Halftime continues here in New Middletown. Springfield Tigers with a 14-7 lead over the Monroeville Eagles. Take a look at the scoring recap. How did we get here? As we have a close game here in week one of the OHSAA playoffs. 6:04 of the first quarter is when we would get our first points of the game as Dante Gentile would go 5 yards into the end zone, capping off an 80-yard drive by the Springfield Tigers. And at 8:50 of the first quarter, Evan Benfer would go 23 yards into the end zone. They took advantage of a short field there after a snap over the head of Colton Rourke went back to the 8-yard line. Springfield created just enough room to punt it away. Monroeville will get the ball at the Springfield 35-yard line, and they will put up 7 points, tying it at 7. Second quarter action here. No scoring until 51 seconds left in that half as Sean Guerrero would snag a beautiful 17-yard reception from Colton Rourke in the corner of the end zone to put the Springfield Tigers up by a score of 14-7. That drive started on the Eagle 25-yard line. Springfield went 75 yards on that drive. And other than a couple penalties, Coach, this game has been exactly what we thought it would be. And so far, it's been, I would say, statistically in the favor of the Springfield Tigers in terms of the run game.
Yeah, other than the mistake on snap over the head, a few penalties here and there. I mean, they've been letting them play and do what they got to do. I just wish that would have happened because they were driving down the field on that errant snap that went over his head and went back 30 yards. I really believe that if that wouldn't have occurred, I think Springfield would have went down and they could have possibly been up right now by 21-7. But again, that's why we play the game. But I'm very impressed with this young man, this sophomore. He does an outstanding job, and he is a good leader. And that's Evan Benford. And I'll tell you what, he got a lot of speed, so he's going to be, and it's a young football team, so I see this team making noise. As you said, they were 0-10 last year, make playoffs this year, but I think next year after, as long as attrition, I think that they could continue the winning, and you never know where it'll go from there.
Yeah, 6 foot, 155 pounds. Got a lot of growing to do here in his high school career. And again, coming off of the 0-10 season last year, basically they attributed that to everything in their off-season preparation, and it has surely shown here. Take nothing away here. Springfield, though, very experienced in the playoffs here. We've seen these young men get into these varsity games late in the season, and that really has built the program to where you can depend on that next man up.
Yeah, I tell you what, and you're absolutely right. And because what Springfield does a lot of rotation and a lot of people play, and that's what I like to see because those are your young people and that's your future.
Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update from around the area here, first week of the Ohio High School football playoffs. A lot of these games still reported in the second quarter. Canfield with a 6-0 lead over Akron East. Akron Bucknell 6-3 over Cardinal Mooney. Danville 22-0 over McDonald. We'll keep an eye on that game. It looks like that Springfield or Monroeville, will face the winner of the McDonald-Danville game. So if McDonald were to win that game, Springfield would head over to Trumbull County. If Danville wins, we will be making the 2.5-hour trip to Danville. Greenville with a 14-7 lead over Harbor Creek over in Pennsylvania. Austintown Fitch 14-0 over John Hay. Sandy Valley and Lakeview all knotted up at 21. Malvern with a 14-7 lead over Southern. Mogador, they now lead LaBray 28-0. Creston Norwayne, and let's see if we can find out if that's an updated score here. Still with a 13-6 lead over Liberty. Liberty making an outstanding account for themselves here in week 1 of the playoffs. South Range with a 21-6 lead over Fairless. Streetsboro leads Beaver Local 27-13. United and Brookfield in the second quarter. It is the Golden Eagles with a 14-7 lead over the Brookfield Warriors. West Branch, they take the lead over Woodbridge by a score of 20-14. That now at halftime. Warren Harding with a 21-0 lead over Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. Ooh. So that's a little bit of an interesting score there, I would think.
That's a surprise.
Erie Prep over in Pennsylvania with a 28-6 lead over the Farrell Steelers. A little bit of a shock there. Kirtland, 42-0 over Columbiana. That last reported at the half. Lowville extends their lead to 20-0 as they continue to shut out Steubenville Central Catholic. Niles, they pull away from Edgewood here, coming close to halftime by a score of 28-7. Poland, that's going to be a running clock and an early night as they lead the East Liverpool Potters by a score of 35-0. Northeast over in Pennsylvania, they lead Reynolds by a score of 23-6. Struthers breaks the tie. They have a 14-7 lead over Girard. They are at the half. Ursuline, 35. New Philadelphia, nothing. That at the half. And Western Reserve in the Battle of the Blue Devils leads Lisbon by a score of 27-13. Coach, we heard the PAC report with Commissioner Joe Onderko, and they mentioned the Grove City Wolverines, who will be here tomorrow at 1 o'clock as they take on Bethany. But for the first time in many decades, it is the undefeated Grove City Wolverines with an offensive line anchored by a young man we know named Brady Brungard, an alum of the Springfield Tiger program here. And they are looking at potentially capping off an undefeated season there at Grove City. Of course, our own Mark Means, the voice of the Grove City Wolverines.
Well, I've got that will be next week. I was told that I'm on deck for the Grove City to help him in the booth. So I'm waiting my turn. He may need my help, so I'll be doing the color for Mr. Means for Grove City, and I'm kind of excited about that.
What an outstanding environment that is over there. Even the times when they were having those stretches, I guess I will go say, those stretches of losses. I don't know how else to put it gently. But Coach DiDonato has done such an outstanding job over there. You now see 30 recruits at a game there looking to come to Grove City. And, of course, we always enjoy here on Western Reserve Radio having the Grove City Wolverine Sports Network here. And, they don't even charge to get in the games, Coach. It's just that great of an environment.
It's hard to get when you're a Division III college and you're not winning. And it's hard to get quality players there that want to come and play for you. So his recruiting in the last umpteen years has been outstanding. And then when that happens, you get your key players and you keep building. All of a sudden, you're now picking up 2 or 3 linemen or more linemen. You're getting your receivers to come. You're getting better. So now they're at the point now where you're undefeated in the season, and you're opening eyes to a lot of these players that maybe not go to some place like a Youngstown Penguins, or you go to a Kent State or something like that. And they say, hey, so what's best? I got to go to a Division III, let's say. And why not go to a Grove City that's winners? And that's what they're getting. They're getting a lot of recruits.
If you are graduating high school, looking to continue your playing career, I would highly suggest at least looking at Andy DiDonato and the Grove City Wolverine program over there. Oh, by the way, take a look at their academic programs too. I know we love football, so we have to say that too.
Yeah,
we have to be the adults here.
Yeah, well, I've always told ex-players, we're getting ready for kickoff here, but I've always told ex-players, it's what your degree is. Look for your degree.
You're just moments away here from the Repair That Glass kickoff of the second half. Roeder and Benford back to return for the Eagles, and Kosick will get this one started off right down the hash marks, picked up by Roeder, brought out to the 15, 20, 25, and he's going to be collared at the 30-yard line. Didn't look like a face mask, but almost looked like he almost lost his head there. Somebody tried to tackle him high, but nonetheless, the Eagles will have the ball first and 10.
Yeah, that's the last guy getting up over there. That'd be number 15, Pat Fecco, again, doing an outstanding job this year for Springfield. He didn't play last year, but he stepped on, and he has made a difference in special teams. And Coach just went over and gave him a big high five. It's a great job, young man.
Special teams demon, we'll call him, as Benford now goes into shotgun, Roeder to his left. It'll be Ackerman, the receiver, to the near side. He'll have a tight end to the right. Handoff off the right side to Roeder. Roeder will get out to the 31-yard line, and he will be met by only way I can describe is a host of Springfield Tigers.
That would be at least 6 or 7 of the defensive players on him. So absolutely great job.
That charge led by linebacker Wyatt Kuboff, who, and we talked to his grandfather there. We keep him up at night. He said he loves listening to the games on the replays on the social media.
I saw him at half, and he was saying.
At least he wasn't using it to cure his insomnia.
Yeah.
Benford now into shotgun, Roeder to his right. He'll send a man in motion from right to left. Benford now firing out to the flats. This one's going to be complete at the 30 and brought down near the 33-yard line. That's going to be Ben Seitz on the reception. 6 foot, 175 pounds. He is one of the captains for the Eagles.
Yeah, they got about 2 yards on that. And again, Springfield made their adjustments here. So now they're really going to have to watch because is he going to run or is he going to pull it? So we have to stay disciplined on the corners and safeties, but our ends and linebackers are really got to mirror this young man.
Kane Clark will be the slot now to the right. Benford in the shotgun, Roeder to his right. Low snap, but Benford no problem picking it up. Trying to set his feet as he rolls out to the right. And this one's going to be picked off at the 48-yard line. And on the Eagle side of the field, that's going to be Dylan Sheely with the interception. Springfield will get the ball first and 10 at the Eagle 48-yard line. And an outstanding catch by Dylan Sheely.
Wow, he laid out and he used his hands and he gathered it in. But what was happening, the young man was getting pressured on that, and he got a little happy feet because there were some defensive guys that were coming at him. And I think he wanted to throw it outside like that, but unfortunately he got cut underneath, and that was a great interception. So here we go offensively now.
Stretched out for that one. They're actually going to place the ball at the 47-yard line. I formation now. Davin McKinney will be the fullback. Rourke under center. Gentile, the tailback. They're going to give it to Dante. It's going to be off the left side. He's going to knock his own man out of the way and fight his way down to the 44-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 3 or 4, depending on what the spot's going to be. And indeed, it will be the 44-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 7 now for the Tigers.
Yeah. Again, linebackers all over that. It's outstanding job by them.
Again, Gentile not going down on first contact as Sheely will bring in the play from the sideline. 9:58 left here, third quarter. Springfield with a 14-7 lead. They take over after a Sheely interception at the Eagle 48-yard line. Rourke now under center, in shotgun. He'll give this one off on the counter to Gentile. Gentile off the left side. He's going to bounce and spin his way down to the 36-yard line. That tackle made by Derek Ackerman. Gentile, again, on those counters, out there by himself, picking up yards after contact.
Yeah, I'd like to see them run those counters. I'll tell you what, he does a great job. But the whole key to that is the line's washing down, and they're opening up that edge. So, again, great job by the offensive line.
Sheely now the receiver to the far side. Be Hayden Pavlock to the near side. Rourke in a shotgun. He'll have Gentile to his right. Now the slot receiver out to the far side. Rourke with the handoff to Gentile straight up the middle. He'll pick up 2 or 3 yards on the play. That'll bring up 2nd down for Springfield.
We got again, just ran right at him, so the interior defensive line was on that one. Bruce Dunlap made the first contact on that one. Did a great job there.
He and Isaac Klingman make the tackle, but Again, they pay the price for that a little bit. 8:48 left here in the third quarter. Excuse me, I'm going to say first half.
Yeah, just let's not get fancy here. Let's just keep pounding them and pounding them. I mean, right now you're at least averaging 3 yards a carry on first down.
Shealy and Guerrero, the receivers to the far side. Miller to the near side. They'll send Guerrero in motion, right to left. It'll be a hand up to Gentile again. He'll make one cut to the right. Work his way forward to the 25, inside the 25. It's going to bring up third down now for Springfield. Another great run by Gentile. He and Kosick, again, a great 1-2 punch.
Yeah, Cole Clark was grabbed him, but he absolutely dragged him probably another 2-3 yards, but he had him, but unfortunately he went to his knees and he got dragged.
So Davin McKinney will bring in the play from the sideline. 8:07 left here, third quarter. Springfield with a 14-7 lead. First and 10 now for Springfield. Ball at the Eagle 25-yard line. Rourke in his shotgun. Gentile to his right. Shealy and Guerrero, the receivers to the far side. O'Donnell, the tight end, to the left. Rourke now rolling out to the far side. Throws to the sideline, intended for Shealy, but that one's going to go out of bounds. That'll bring up second and 10 for Springfield.
Yeah, Shealy ran out of he just ran out of real estate when he got the Rourke faked and then rolled right, faked the dive, rolled right, and then just unfortunately he ran out of real estate there. He wasn't able to get it in there.
So clock will stop with 7:49 left here, third quarter. One of the rare times the clock has stopped in this game. Again, 8:22 here. We are in the middle of the third quarter. That's how fast this game has gone. It'll be Lample, the tight end, to the right now. It'll be O'Donnell. And McKinney now will flip to the right side. Unbalanced line now is Rourke. We'll hand the ball off to Shealy. Shealy trying to follow the block of Gentile. He'll get inside the 20 and down at the 19-yard line. He'll be knocked out of bounds. Officials will give the signal to continue to run the clock. 7:37. And it looks like we're going to have a player down on the far side. The officials will take a timeout here. While we do that, we'll take a look at the Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update here in week 1 of the Ohio High School football playoffs. If we can get it to refresh. Both teams now going to head to the sideline here. But we'll keep it right here and take a look at some of the scores. Updated score out in Akron. The Canfield Cardinals take a 12-0 lead over Akron East. Cardinal Mooney now leads Akron Buchtel 9-6. Danville with a 28-7 lead over McDonald. Austintown Fitch, they're shutting out John Hay 28-0. Sandy Valley Lakeview still all knotted up at 21. Malvern 14, Southern 7. Mogador shutting out LaBrie 28-0. Norway with a 20-13 lead over Liberty. The Leopards hanging in there. Coach, they say, if you let them hang in there a little bit.
Yeah, watch the teams that hang. You let them hang, you could be in trouble. Absolutely.
South Range with a 28-13 lead over Fairless. South Range trying to defend their Division 5 state championship. Streetsboro with a 14-point lead over Beaver Local, 27-13. United with a 14-7 lead over Brookfield.
Okay, Dylan Shealy, he seems to be okay walking off the field. He got a little limp, maybe an ankle. He'll be fine.
Over on Western Reserve Radio, Matt Lipsack bringing us all the action as the Youngstown Phantoms have a 3-1 lead over the Sioux Falls Stampede. Third goal coming at 6:38 of the second period. Beautiful to go down to the Cavelli Center and see those banners hanging in the rafters. We're still excited about that, Coach, months later.
Yeah, absolutely.
So Warren Harding still with a 21-0 lead over Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. Lowville 20-0 over Steubenville Central Catholic. Back to play now here. 3rd and 4 from the Eagle 19-yard line. Rourke will go under center. Gentile, the only running back in the backfield. He'll send Kuboff in motion from right wing to left wing. Hand it off to Gentile. Gentile off the right side. He's going to spin. Get inside the 10, 5, and he'll go down near the 3-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 16 yards. Bumping and spinning all the way downfield. First and goal now for the Springfield Tigers.
Yeah, sorry, Jim. I tried to get a number on who he juked the first time, but unfortunately, I couldn't get a number quick enough. So I'll tell you right now, that's an outstanding job. What a run.
First and goal. They'll say it's the 3-yard line. Rourke now under center. Davin McKinney, the fullback. Gentile, the tailback. Miller and Guerrero, the receivers. Hand off to Gentile. One cut to the right into the end zone for the Springfield touchdown. 6:47 of the third quarter. Springfield takes a 20-7 lead over Monroeville.
I'll tell you what, Jim, he went right. He had a lineman pull. It was a great job. And then all he did was he jump cut to the left, and there was nobody there, and he walked right in. Our pyro guy is in the woods shooting it off for every
he is
touchdown.
On his game tonight.
He is. He's right on it.
So 6:47 of the third quarter, Dante Gentile, 3 yards on the touchdown run. That is his second touchdown of the night as the O'Donnell, Guerrero, and Case and Kosick unit will come in to kick this extra point. Snap is back. Kick is up. And Springfield makes it a 21-7 lead over the Monroeville Eagles. 6:47 left here, third quarter. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You're listening to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back after this.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
6:47 left here, third quarter. Springfield with a 21-7 lead over Monroeville. Case and Kosick coming out for the repair of that glass. Kickoff. Accidents happen. That's why you need to repair that glass. Offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. This kick straight down the middle of the field. It'll be picked up by Roeder at the 13-yard line. Product has 15, 20, 25, 30. And he'll drag everybody down to the 37-yard line, make it to 38, and that's where Monroeville will take over. 1st and 10 here with 6:39 left in this third frame.
Yeah, all he did was he had his back, and he just kept them legs going. They couldn't get him down. So that was a great job by that young man.
That's some forward momentum going there, Coach.
You ain't kidding.
So 1st and 10 now. They'll officially mark the ball at the 38-yard line. And for in the shotgun, you'll have Roeder to his right. Twin receivers to the near side. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. Counter handoff to Roeder. This time he tries to get out the left side. And Jake O'Donnell is going to make contact at the line of scrimmage. He may have fallen forward for a half a yard, but not much more than that.
Yeah, that's a great job. I mean, he kept staying square to the line of scrimmage. He was scraping down, and he basically didn't penetrate. He let the running back come to him, and that's what you got to do. Don't over-penetrate.
Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update. The Phantoms take a 4-2 lead over the Stampede. 11:16 of the second period. They find the back of the net again as Benford will be in the shotgun. Roeder to his left. Wing right for the Eagles. They'll hand off to Roeder, trying off the right side, and he'll be dragged down near the 41-yard line. Pickup of 2. Make it 3rd and 7 for the Eagles.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, that was a great job. They plugged that hole up in the middle, and that's again, that was a great job. We got he's moving some people around on us. That was Tyler Young on that one. Absolutely.
3rd and 7 now for the Eagles. Ball at their own 41-yard line. Benford in a shotgun. Quarterback keeper off the left side. Nowhere to go. Case and Kosick going to bring him down here. He may have managed to pick up a yard on that, but all he could do was tuck the ball and roll at that point.
Yeah, that is a great job. So, and the other thing, too, is Joey Sanafani is having a great game. He was the other one that I didn't pick up on that last tackle, and he was in on this one. So Joe's really doing a great job out there with him, too. He's really playing his heart out on this.
You talk about that rotation for the Springfield Tigers. Sanafani in. Benford now in the shotgun. One receiver to each side. Roeder to the right of Benford in that shotgun. Wing left. Roeder now will switch from the right side to the left side of his quarterback. Ball at the Eagle 43-yard line. Benford going to keep it himself. Past the 45. fight his way past the midfield stripe and be brought down in Springfield territory at the 42-yard line. And that'll be a first down for the Eagles. 4:34 left here in the third quarter.
Aiden Appel was out there, but unfortunately this young man runs low to the ground, and if you try to tackle him high, you're not doing any good for yourself.
1st and 10 now, ball at the 41-yard line. Benford now again with a wing left, one receiver to each side. He'll keep it himself off the right side, have some room to run, and he'll fight his way down to the 36-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 6. It'll be 2nd and 4 for the Eagles in Springfield territory.
Yeah, that was a good job, and we had Josh
Velasco in on the tackle there, linebacker. 3:55 left here, third quarter. Eagles on the move now. 2nd and 5, ball at the 37-yard line. Benford in a shotgun. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. Hand off to Roeder off the left side, past the 35, and he'll make it just short of the 30-yard line, but he'll have enough for an Eagle first down.
Joey Sanafani, one of the main ones. Somebody slow getting up. We got him going.
Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update reporting in from Pavlansky Field in Poland. The Bulldogs with a 42-0 lead over East Liverpool. Bedford in the shotgun again. They'll send that wing in motion again, left to right. He'll keep it himself off the left side, past the 25, down to the 20, inside the 20, and down to the 17-yard line. That'll be another first down for Monroeville. The Eagles not done here.
I'll tell you right now, those ends have got to stay home, and they've got to read that, because what he's doing is, and he's doing an outstanding job. He's sticking in that belly of that tailback, and all he's doing is riding, and he must be reading that end. And if that end comes down, he's yanking it and he's going.
So read option for Benford, running it to perfection. As they'll bring those two receivers again to the near side, the wing to the left. 1st and 10 now, ball at the Springfield 17-yard line. Wing going in motion, left to right. Benford keeping the ball himself off the right side and nowhere to go there. He may have gotten back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll be 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles.
They actually gave him 2 yards on that, Jim.
I didn't think he got that far, to be quite honest.
Yeah, I didn't think so either, but they guess that's why we're up here and they're wearing the stripes.
Must have slid underneath that that massive humanity from Springfield.
Is a lot of black there.
Benford now in the shotgun again. Landon Hershiser will be the wing to the left. Benford going to keep it himself off the left side, and Jake O'Donnell will bring him down after a pickup of 3. It's going to bring up 3rd down just about, and we'll call it 4.
Well, you know that this is 2-down territory for them, because that's exactly what they're just going to run this young man. But they're going to have to be aware of a pass right here. I know they're running all over him, but you never know that he might pull it.
So 3rd and 6. Ball at the Springfield 13-yard line. 1:46 left here, third quarter. Springfield with a 21-7 lead. Benford now with twin receivers to the near side. And then wing in motion, left to right, rotor to the right of Benford. Benford looking to throw, going to throw it out to the flats. And he's going to throw it just short of Landon Hershiser. Pass incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 1:32 left in the third quarter. 4th down now for the Eagles.
I'll tell you right now, though, Jim, the reason why I went wide was Kason Kosick was right on him, and he forced that errant throw. So that was a great job by the defense.
Clock stopped with 92 seconds left here this third quarter. Springfield 21, Monroeville 7. Keeping an eye on the Danville McDonald game. That'll be of an interest to the winner of this game here, as Monroeville will take a timeout. We'll keep it right here as we go through some scores from the area. Canfield still with a 12-0 lead over Akron East. Danville 28, McDonald 7. That game starting to kind of develop there for us, Coach.
Yep.
I guess the question maybe, where's there to stop to eat on the way over? Always like those restaurants, those some small-town restaurants. Great food.
I'm perfectly fine with that, Jim. I'm not a problem.
And if you like small-town restaurants with great food, we'll talk about that in the fourth quarter. Fitch with a 35-0 lead over John Hay. Sandy Valley breaking the tie. They lead 35-21 over Lakeview. Malvern with a 14-7 lead over Southern. Norwayne with a 6 point. Excuse me. Yep, it is Norwayne 20, Liberty 13. Joe Simon and the Leopards making a stand there in Creston Norwayne. South Range 28, Fairless 13. Warren Harding, last report, still with a 21-0 lead over Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. And Ryan Bonacci says it is 42-0 Ursuline over New Philadelphia's Benfer. Now waiting for the snap rotor to his, offset to his left. Wing left for the Eagles, 132 left. Benfer with the pitch out to the far side of Rotor. Rotor cutting up. And he'll get to the 10-yard line, picked up about 3. But that's going to be a turnover on downs. And Springfield, the defense stands. They'll have the ball 1st and 10 at the 10-yard line. They'll have 90 yards to go with a 21-7 lead.
That's a good job by the defense. I tell you what, all it was, he got it, and he pitched it left, and they read it, and they stopped it. So,
Coach, quite honestly, for the timeout that they took, not much of a very creative play on that.
I was expecting something else, like a throw, a toss, pass, something. I was not expecting that.
So for Monroeville to stay in this game, their defense going to have to hang in there here. 1:24 left here in the third quarter. They trail Springfield 21-7 as the Tiger offense will make its way to the field. Davin McKinney trailing in at the last second. He'll be in the offset fullback position. Ball to 10-yard line. Rourke in the shotgun. They'll send Sheely in motion. It'll be a counter handoff off the right side. It's going to be Gentile. He'll battle forward to the 15-yard line, pick up a 5. That's probably the hardest 5 yards I've ever seen here in maybe any level of football.
And there was a scrum about at the line of scrimmage, and somehow my man pops out of there and gets 5 yards. And I'll tell you what, this is going to be the key to this win. Again, 2 scores up, but their backs are to the wall. You got 50 seconds. All you got to do is just keep grinding it out and take some of this out. Get down and get some points is what they need.
Dylan Sheely's going to come to the sideline. A little worse for the wear tonight for Dylan as Rourke will go under center. Twin receivers to the near side. McKinney in motion from left to right. Flag on the play again. It's another false start. And, Coach, I noticed that it's that same formation and that same motion every time.
Yeah, I don't know if he's turning up a little bit quick. I'm not sure what is going on here, but I'm trying to watch, and I had binoculars on watching the front. I didn't see anybody move, so I'm not picking it up.
I think you might be correct here as Davin McKinney will come to the sideline. Dylan Sheely will make his way back to the field. But it seemed like it was that same offensive setup every time, unless we're mistaken on that. But nonetheless, it'll be Guerrero and Drew Miller, the twin receivers to the near side. Rourke in the shotgun. Sheely be the receiver to the far side. 38 seconds left here, third quarter. Springfield with a 21-7 lead. Rourke with the handoff. To Sheely on the jet motion, trying to find room to cut up. Going to be a flag on the play. I think they may have Sean Guerrero on a hold.
Yeah, he was he's on an island, and he was right in front of the official. And I think he got his arms around him. He's got to keep them elbows in and get to the breastplate. And then if he tries to roll off, that's it. Now, this is where you're shooting yourself in the foot. So now you got 2nd and 15, I'm going to say. Thereabouts.
They're going to place the ball at the 5-yard line. 2nd and 15. Indeed, it will be. 28 seconds left here, third quarter. Springfield with a 21-7 lead. Tigers get the ball on a turnover on downs, holding on 4th down. As Jacob Lample will make his way onto the field. Sean Guerrero will head to the sideline for a quick breather. Drew Miller, the receiver, to the far side this time. Tight end to the left. I formation. Now handoff off the left side. And it's going to be Gentile running over players and getting out to the 22-yard line.
Well, and they missed a face mask on that one. I clearly saw that. And the line judge, he missed it, but that should have been called.
Looks like Springfield will make it out to the 17-yard line. That will bring us to the end of the third quarter here in New Middletown. Springfield with a 21-7 lead over the Monroeville Eagles here in round 1 of the playoffs. We're going to step aside for a timeout. You're listening to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600. We're back after this.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
Fourth quarter action coming up here in New Middletown. Springfield with a 21-7 lead. They'll have the ball 3rd and 3 at their own 18-yard line. I formation. Rorick under center. They'll send Pavlock in motion. Handoff up the middle, and they'll get the 3 yards they needed for the first down. Ball out to the 22-yard line. And that's going to be Dante Gentile on the run. And again, just running violent. You knew after what you saw last week against Norwalk St. Paul, giving up 501 yards on the ground, that Kosick and Gentile were going to be something to deal with for the Eagles.
Well, when you get Connor Sugar blowing his guy 7 yards downfield on a perfect block and pancaking him, you're going to get some yards.
That's a stat there, Coach.
You ain't a kidding.
Rorick under center. Gentile be the sole running back in the backfield. Wing right. Twins receivers on the far side. They'll pitch it out to Gentile. He'll cut up. Pass the 25 and brought down near the 28-yard line. Pick up a 5. It'll be 2nd and 5 for Springfield.
That's a great job. That's a great run. I'll tell you what. He's got those Pistons going. He's just running just unbelievable. He's running. And Evan Benford came up. He's holding his shoulder. He's holding his right shoulder. He's getting beat up now. I mean, the kid's making a lot of plays.
Well, keep in mind, Benford a right-handed quarterback, so twin receivers on the far side. This time it'll be Miller and Guerrero. Rorick under center. They'll send McKinney in motion from right to left. Handoff to Gentile. He'll make one cut, fight forward, and may have picked up a yard on the play. It'll be 3rd and 3 now for the Tigers. Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update. South Range takes a 43-13 lead. That coming in from Mike Snyder. He is out there at that beautiful new stadium. Newer stadium, not new as much anymore, but they are still adding on out there. As Coach Rock in his first year with the Raiders takes them to a 9-1 regular season record. They're looking to defend that 2022 Division V state championship. Ruark now in the shotgun. Gentile to his left. Kuboff in motion from right to left. Ruark now rolling out to his left, out towards the Eagles sideline. He's going to tuck the ball and run, and he'll get out close to a first down. It looks like, Coach, I'm going to say he's got it. And indeed, they say he does have it. 9:50 left here, fourth quarter. And this fourth quarter is brought to you by Lena's Pierogi House in Hubbard, your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Visit Lena's Pierogi House on Facebook to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Call 234-254-8532. The Professor Ryan Briggs and crew made their trip over to Lena's, and 5-star review.
5-star review. Absolutely. We got a little compliment. I will tell you that as soon as we get this play off.
Rourke under center. Kuboff in motion from right to left. Hand off to Gentile again. He'll fight forward. And just when you think he's down, he picks up a few more yards. He'll get to the 39-yard line, pick up a 5 for Springfield. 9:11 left here in the third quarter as Drew Miller makes his way to the field.
Well, my brother's best friend and DJ, ex-DJ, Mark Martin, said he's listening to the game. So, hi, Mark. You and your bride, Bonnie, thank you for the compliment. We're trying to do the best we can to get our broadcast out there. We appreciate it. Mark is a good man and Cheney grad.
2nd and 4 now, ball at the 39-yard line. 8:43 left here in this game. Springfield with a 21-7 lead. Rourke now in the shotgun. He's going to hand it off, and nowhere to go. No correction now. That's going to be Gentile again as he was hitting the backfield, and somehow 2 or 3 defenders peeled off of him, and he'll fall forward for a gain. It is now going to be 3rd and 2 for the Tigers.
Yeah, the only thing I don't like is somebody come flying in or try to get a number with his head down, and he hit crown to crown with them. And, boy, if it wasn't called, okay, that happens. But the official should have went over there and said, son, keep your head up or you're going to break your neck, because that was not a good hit.
Rourke now in the shotgun. He'll have Gentile to his left. Kuboff in motion from right to left. Hand out to Gentile. Gentile past the 45, past midfield to the 40, 30, 10, 5. One man on the angle. Will not get him. Touchdown, Springfield. That's going to be a 58-yard touchdown run for Dante Gentile. That will be his 3rd of the night.
Yeah, I tell you what, he broke through that front line, and somebody tried to arm tackle him, and that arm went flying back, because I'll tell you what, he hit that arm, and it just flung backwards, and it was off to the races. Again, we talk about this young man after coming back from his injury, and he runs possessed. If you don't hit him with a shoulder and square, and that's no guarantee he's going down, I'll tell you what, he's going to go through you. So great job. Absolutely great job.
So Kosick on for the extra point. Kick is up, and it is good. So with 7:41 left here in the 4th quarter, Springfield extends their lead to 28-7. We'll step aside for a timeout. You're listening to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600. We're back after this.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
7:41 left here, 4th quarter. Casey Kosick for the Repair That Glass kickoff. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192. After 2 periods at the Cavelli Center, the Youngstown Phantoms with a 4-2 lead over the Stampede on Western Reserve Radio.
I just want to point something out. I think we mentioned it. We talked about it. This team last year was 0 for 10. To get where they're at in the first round of the playoffs is kudos to that coaching staff, and they're a young bunch again, so we'll see them back.
Coach Tyler Nestor doing an outstanding job with this program as Kosick will get this one to be an end-over-end long line drive to the 8-yard line, picked up by Roeder at the 15. He'll get out to the 20, trying to follow Benfer, and he's going to find some room to the 30 and out to the 31-yard line. And that's where the Eagles will take over. They'll actually be generous and give him the 32. Roeder coming off the field a little bit ginger. Actually, he's going to stay on. It seemed like he had a little bit of an ankle issue there. But nonetheless, Eagles with a 1st and 10 at their own 32-yard line. 7:33 left here in this game. Springfield with a 28-7 lead. Springfield looking to move on to round 2, and they may be headed to Danville if things keep up in this direction.
Yeah.
Benfer in the shotgun, twin receivers to the far side, wing left. Benfer back to pass, 3-step drop. He'll tuck it himself, get past the 35, 40, run lateral, and get out to the 43-yard line. Really had nowhere to go at that point. Was just looking for some refuge, but he'll go down.
I'll tell you what, though, that could have been dangerous. He had a lot of green, but they shut it down.
Benfer right back to the line with the Eagle offense. He'll roll out to the near side. Pass will be thrown out into the flat. It was intended for Levi Stegeman, but he'll drop it, and that will stop the clock with 7:12 left here in this game. 2nd down now for the Eagles.
I've got a question, Jim. The chains or nothing were set. Don't they have to hold them up before they snap the ball to get the chain set before they go?
Yeah, I think technically by technical standards, yes, but they'll try to keep the clock going as much as they can. Ackerman now the receiver to the far side. Benford waiting for the snap, wing left. They'll hand it off. Actually, Benford will pull it himself. He'll get to the 45-yard line, pickup of 2. That'll bring up 3rd and 8 for the Eagles. Coach, when you're playing from behind like this again, your play calling changes a little bit.
Yeah, that's they're definitely. That was Tyler Young on that on the tackle too.
Benford right back to the line, 6:48 on a running clock. He'll roll out to his right, fire out towards the sideline. That's going to be complete into the Eagle sideline. That's going to be Ackerman on the reception. That'll stop the clock with an Eagle first down at the Springfield 46-yard line.
Yeah, Aiden Appel was there to make the tackle. He was on that, and Velasco was there too.
Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update. Poland Bulldogs with a 42-7 lead over East Liverpool. Benford and then crew right back to the line. Wing in motion from right to left. Benford going to take it himself off the left side. Had nowhere to go, and he's going to be brought down at the 48-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 2.
Josh Velasco on the tackle was right there. He went the quarterback with the. There we go. Whoa. What do we got?
And some confusion here. Springfield takes a timeout here. Monroeville tried to get the snap off, but Springfield will take the timeout. That'll give us an opportunity to take a look at the Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update from around the area here as we start to wind down week 1 of the Ohio High School football playoffs. Couple surprises here. We'll get to those. Canfield with a 20-0 lead over Akron East. Akron Brookville, they take the lead again over Cardinal Mooney, 12-9. Danville, 28. McDonald, 7. We'll keep an eye on that game. Austintown Fitch shutting out John Hay, 35-0. Sandy Valley with a 35-21 lead over Lakeview now. Southern and Malvern all tied up at 14. Mogador with a 28-0 lead over LeBray. Norwayne now pulling away from Liberty. Leopards now trail Norwayne 33-13. Pie Valley with an 8-7 lead over Crestview. South Range 43. Fairless 13. Streetsboro 34. Beaver Local 13. United still leads Brookville by a score of 14-7. West Branch still leads Woodridge by a score of 20-14. Get this one, Coach. Warren Harding 34. Akron St. Vincent St. Mary nothing. The Raiders pitching the shutout.
Wow, that's big.
Mineral Ridge, no problem with Jackson Milton. That game, of course, over on CityView Sportscast and WBBW, Sports Radio 1240. Kirtland 42, Columbiana 6. As the Eagles will get right back to the line, 2nd and 11 from the Springfield 47-yard line. Benford rolling out to his right. He'll throw it left-handed, and it's going to be caught at the 26-yard line and down to the 25-yard line. And I believe that's going to be Levi Stegeman on the reception. That's going to be a first down for the Eagles.
Wow, the ball was batted. It was bouncing around, and as he's falling, he grabbed it.
Right back to the line. Benford rolling out to his left, going to fire down into the end zone, and it's going to be incomplete flag on the play. There was lots of contact. There's going to be a pass interference call against Springfield. That pass was intended for Schaub.
Yeah, but that's only a 10-yard penalty, so they should get the ball on a 15-yard line.
So nonetheless, first down for the Eagles as they try to stay in this game, trailing 28-7. 5:54 left here, fourth quarter. I want to thank you for joining us here on the iMedia One Network. Thank you for joining us all season long here for Springfield football. And our officials are meeting. We'll see if we can get the official signal, but it doesn't look like anybody's moving with the ball right now. Ball's still at the 25-yard line.
I'll tell you what, it was way short, Jim. I got to believe they should pick that up because I really don't think that is my opinion.
And I believe they're about to mark this off against Springfield now. And again, they will walk the ball down to the 10-yard line. There'll be a 15-yard penalty on the pass interference play, half the distance on that one. So it'll be a first down for Monroeville. 5:54 left here in this game. So 1st and 10. I believe that's going to be the 12-yard line that they'll mark the ball at. Spencer now will be in a shotgun, rotor to his left. Schaub will be the receiver to the near side, moving right to left on your devices. Firing into the corner of the end zone. It's a one-on-one battle. Schaub won't be able to get to it. There was some contact down there. It was one-on-one with Isaac LaMorticella.
Yeah, but there was some looks like both players were hand checking, so I don't think they were going to call that at all.
5:48 left here in this game. Monroeville looking to get into the end zone, at least to start to manage something.
And that's Blake Schwab, and he is 6'5". That's why they're picking on him.
And for back to pass now. The left-handed quarterback under pressure. He's being chased by Jake O'Donnell. They won't get him. He'll make his way to the 15. He'll throw into the end zone. Had a receiver open, and it's going to be caught into the corner of the end zone. And I think that's going to be Ackerman on the catch for Monroeville. Derek Ackerman, 6 foot 145, makes a sliding catch in the far corner of the end zone. And that cuts the lead to 28-13 in favor of Springfield.
I'll tell you what, that was a great throw by that young man. He was running for his life, and he threw that low only where his receiver can get it, and that was absolutely great. Wonderful job.
5:38 of the fourth quarter. Monroeville gets into the end zone on a 12-yard touchdown pass. Kick is up, and it is good. Monroeville now trails Springfield by a score of 28-14. We'll step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio, WRQX AM 600. We're back after this.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
5:38 left here in this game. Monroeville gets into the end zone. They cut their deficit to 28-14. Springfield now will get the ball with the Repair That Glass kickoff. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. For an appointment, call 330-534-3192, and we'll see if we expect an onside kick here. Is just about 5.5 minutes left in this game. Monroeville looking to get the ball back.
The all-state teams out there, Jim. I see a bunch of wide receivers and DBs out there in that front two lines, so they're expecting something.
Landon Stein to kick off for the Eagles. There'll be one returner for the Tigers. Post up around his own 20-yard line. It is an onside kick, and it's going to be recovered by the Eagles at the 48-yard line. Monroeville still in this, 5:37. And that ball bounced just perfect enough that the Eagles were able to recover it.
Yeah, that was a great job by their kicker. I mean, it hit, it bounced right where it needed to be, and it went over that first group, and those guys on that far end were on it, and it's a no-huddle thing here. They're flying up to the ball.
And for now, in the shotgun. Rotor to his right. Twin receivers to the near side. They'll send a man in motion from left to right. That'll be Stegeman. Back to pass under pressure. It's going to throw it out into the flats. Down the hash marks. Had to get rid of that as he was under all kinds of pressure. It'll be second down now for the Eagles.
Yeah, and that's what they're going to have to do with this young man. They got to pin him inside, and they have got to pressure him. If we're going man-to-man, we got to stay tight on those receivers, and we just got to get to them and rattle this young man's cage.
Cleveland Cobra scoreboard update. The Mineral Ridge Rams, they lead Jackson Milton by a score of 35-0. That game over on CTV Sportscast and Sports Radio 1240. Benfer, he'll pull the ball in the read option. Going to have people trailing him all in black jerseys. And it's going to be, looks like Jake O'Donnell and Lucas Datillo teaming up for the tackle. They'll say he only lost a yard, but again, that might be a generous spot here. 3rd and 11 now for the Eagles. Ball at the Springfield 49-yard line. Benfer rolling out to the near side, fires out to the flats. It's going to be caught by Schaub. He'll be knocked out of bounds at the 44-yard line. It'll be fourth down now for the Eagles, and no question here, Coach, they have to go for it.
Yeah, absolutely. They got to pin this quarterback inside. They can't let him get outside, and then they have got to play those receivers tight. Don't let any. Got to have a spy on this cue.
4th and 6 at the 44-yard line in Springfield territory. Benfer rolling out to his left, fires out to Schaub. He's going to catch that, be knocked out of bounds at the 35. That's enough for an Eagle first down, and Monroeville is on the move.
I tell you what, they are methodically going right down the field. Springfield's got to be very, very careful because they're going out of bounds too, and they're stopping the clock. So they're moving the ball, and they're not even under 5 minutes.
1st and 10 now at the Springfield 35-yard line. 5:02 left here, fourth quarter. The Eagles with 2 timeouts left. They trail Springfield 28-14. Bedford rolling out to his left, fires left-handed, but he's going to throw the ball behind his intended receiver. That's going to be Levi Stegeman, 6'2", 200 pounds. He's a big target.
Yeah, but Hayden Pavlock has got to keep an eye on on the guy he's defending and as well as the quarterback, because there was some definite yardage there that they could have gotten. If that ball's there and he puts it on, I'll tell you what, they get that ball about the 15-yard line.
Ackerman now the receiver to the far side. Stegeman will be in the slot. And we got some movement up front here, and the entire Springfield defense pointed it out. So false start now against Monroeville. It'll be 2nd and 15. They'll place the ball at the 49-yard line.
That's what they needed.
And again, could be a worse time for Monroeville in terms of penalties. 4:57, the clock will stop. 2nd and 15 now. As one player run off the field now, it'll be Stegeman and Ackerman. The receivers to the far side. Landon Hershiser will be the wing to the right. Blake Schaub will be the receiver to the near side.
He got confusion.
He'll be one-on-one with Aiden Appel. Benfer back to pass. Going to roll out, throw it left-handed in the flats. That's going to be complete. And knocked out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Oh. Landon Hershiser on the reception, and there's going to be a flag at the conclusion of the play. It looks like it's going to be a late hit on Springfield, and that'll be an automatic first down for the Eagles.
I don't know if that was a late hit, Jim. He hit him when he was out of bounds, and he just carried him over. Yeah, I mean, it is what it is, but I still think that shouldn't have been called. His momentum carried him, and he just brought him down.
So an adverse reaction from the Springfield sideline and the stands over here, not to mention. 4:50 left here in this game. 28-14 is the Springfield lead. 1st and 10 now. Ball at the Springfield 18-yard line. Benfer with Roeder to his right in the shotgun. Schaub, the receiver to the near side, one-on-one with Aiden Appel. Twin receivers to the far side. Benfer firing into the corner of the end zone, looking for Schaub, and it's going to be incomplete, knocked away by Aiden Appel. No flag on the play. There was some contact, but it's going to be 2nd and 10 now for the Eagles. The clock will stop with 4:44 left.
He was running toe-to-toe with them. That ball was thrown behind him, so there was no way that could have been or should have been called, and it was not. It was not a catchable ball.
4:44 left here in this fourth quarter. Monroeville trying to stay in this one. They still have 2 timeouts left. Clock will stop. From Pavlansky Field, just down the street here on 170, Poland gets the 42-14 win over East Liverpool. Benfer back to pass, left-handed fires, and it's going to be knocked away. Appel intended for Schaub. Aiden Appel with perfect positioning.
I'll tell you what, Aiden Appel is doing a great job because they're trying to pick him. They're trying to get the 5'10", 5'11" receiver, and they're getting a 6'5" guy on him, and that's 3rd and long.
Benfer now in the shotgun. They'll flip the wing and the tight end to the left side. That'll be Stegeman in the slot to the left. Benfer rolling out to his right. Fires into the corner of the end zone, has a receiver open, and it's going to be incomplete. Ran out of real estate. Isaac LaMorticella on the coverage. It was intended for Ackerman.
Yeah, I tell you what, it looked like he had it, but he would have been out of bounds if he did catch it. 4th down, baby. 4th down, 4:33. They got to get this, so we've got to be smart here. Hold them, and there will be no time left. Then we have to just play control football on offense.
4th and 10, ball at the Springfield 18-yard line. 4:33 left in this game. Benford in the shotgun, Rotor to his left. Wing left for the Eagles. Stegeman and Schaub out to the left. Fires over the middle. Has a wide receiver open. That's going to be Ackerman into the end zone on an 18-yard touchdown catch. And that'll cut the deficit to 28-20. Monroeville now looking to get the extra point. Trying to make it 28-21. And a great drive by the Eagles.
Be smart here. Be careful.
4:28 of the fourth quarter. 28-20 is the score. As Stein will come in for the extra point, and he will convert it. So with 4:28 left here in this game, Springfield still leads 28-21. But a little bit close for comfort, I think you would think, after being up 28-7.
Yeah, this is they've come back 14 points unanswered, so Springfield has got to get this ball and stay control. They got to go down there and have something big time happen, that you cannot get the ball back to this guy. You guys have got to get this ball.
We'll keep it right here. Take a look at some scores from around the areas. Couple finals start to come in. Of course, Poland gets the 42-14 win over the East Liverpool Potters. East Liverpool will finish the season at 6-5. Canfield now with a 20-0 lead over Akron East. Akron-Bookville still leads Cardinal Mooney 12-9. Danville, they've pulled away. It's 36-7 over at McDonald. Fitch pitching the shutout over John Hay, 35-0. Sandy Valley with a 35-21 lead over Lakeview. Malvern 28, Southern 14. Mogador pitching the shutout over LeBray, 28-0. Liberty trying to hang in there. They trail Norween by a score of 33-20. Crestview trails Pie Valley by a score of 8-7. South Range, they're going to get the win, 43-13 over Fairless. United 17, Brookfield 14. Woodridge and West Branch all tied up as 20. As Stein will bring the ball out for the Repair That Glass kickoff. Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass, offering a full range of automotive glass repairs. Stein with the short kick, as La Morticella would be the only returner back there. He'll pick up the ball and down at the 25-yard line. 4:28 left here in this fourth quarter. Springfield's going to have to put something together here with 4.5 minutes left, and the Eagles with 2 timeouts.
Yeah, they have got to have a long, sustaining drive right now. They have got to keep getting first downs and keep that clock running, because with they have 2 timeouts left, but you've got to have first downs, or there is no tomorrow for one of these teams.
So a close game here, 28-21 is the Springfield lead. 4:28 left here in this game. A little surprised to see Monroeville doing as much throwing as they have. This has been a run-heavy offense here with 2,500 yards between Benford and Rotor. They've had to go to the air to play catch-up here most of this game. It'll be Rourke now under center. Case and Kosick, the sole running back, twin receivers to the near side. They'll give it to Kosick. Kosick up the middle, trying to find some room. He'll push forward, pick up a couple yards on the play. It'll bring up 2nd and 8 for the Tigers at their own 27-yard line.
Yeah, you got 3 yards on that one. Again, that's about what their average right now is on first down. Keep getting it. Now we move it back. Well, we're about 3 yards.
2nd and 8, ball at the 27-yard line. Clock running with 4 minutes left. Hayden Pavlock will make his way in. Drew Miller will come to the sideline. Springfield moving left to right on your device as they try to maintain this 28-21 lead. Shealy and Pavlock, Guerrero and Pavlock will be the twin receivers. Springfield in the I formation. Hand off to Case and Kosick. He'll follow his blocking forward and get down to the 35-yard line. It looks like he may have enough for a first down.
I'm going to say they're a little bit short, Jim. They're about a half yard short.
And indeed, they will mark it a half yard short. So third, and we'll call it 1. It's not a full yard as Jacob Lampa will make his way to the field. 3:18 on a running clock.
Well, this is 2-down territory. I don't care what you say. You got to get this first down because they have driven down and have scored on you just about.
Rourke under center. And off up the middle. It's going to be Kosick. He didn't get it. Oh, I don't know. Okay, he made it forward that far. They're going to give it to him. Didn't look like he got it initially.
Wow.
He was able to squeeze through just the
it looked like
slightest of holes there.
Right, Jim. They look like I saw what you saw. They had him a yard in the backfield, and I don't know how he got through there. He squeezed through, and I missed it, and you missed it.
That's a big first down for Springfield. 1st and 10 at the Springfield 37-yard line. 2:45 left here in this game. Drew Miller bringing the play in from the sideline. 28-21. Springfield leads. I formation. Kuboff the fullback. Gentile the tailback. Ruar giving it to Gentile. Fighting his way forward. Past the 40 and down to the 42-yard line. That's going to be a pickup of 5. 2nd and 5 now for the Tigers.
It's a good job. They're 2:15 right now. 2nd down, and we'll call it a 4 or 5 yards here. I'd like to see him run that counter. That counter could break something.
Pavlock will bring in the play from head coach Sean Guerrero.
Let's not get a penalty here.
1:56 as the clock continues to run. Surprising that Monroeville hasn't taken a timeout to at least stop this clock.
Yeah, I'm surprised too. I'm going to say after this play.
I formation. Gentile the tailback. Kuboff the fullback. They'll give it to Gentile. He'll fight his way forward. We'll see where his forward progress is going to take him. It'll take him to the 44-yard line, pick up a 2. It'll be 3rd and 3. And I believe Monroeville is going to take their 2nd timeout here. We'll keep it right here. This game has 1:38 left and about as tight as it's gotten. Somewhat unexpected. Again, so up 28-7. Giving up 2 unanswered touchdowns here. Little discomfort here for the Springfield sideline.
You know what, though? This team didn't quit. They're a bunch of ankle biters. I'm telling you, they're a scrappy bunch. Again, this quarterback, I got to believe you'll read about him because he is really taking control of this game. And again, he is only a sophomore, and he's got some good wheels. And we, coming in and seeing the stats and stuff, we just assumed, he's a good running quarterback, but he had proved to us that he's a very good passer too. He gets the ball where he needs it to be.
Yeah, just a great all-around athlete. 1:38 left here in this game. Springfield with a 28-21 lead. They have the ball. Probably, Coach, I would say one more first down, and you're probably going to feel safe.
But you got to get a first down here. You can't leave this time on the clock because you saw how fast they went down and scored.
So our referee looking to the box. I don't know if he's talking to our line judge about the clock. They'll put a few more seconds up there to be 1:42 left in this game. Third and 3, ball at the Springfield 44-yard line. It'll be Rourke, Gentile, Kuboff in the backfield. It'll be Guerrero and Pavlock, the receivers, to the near side. O'Donnell will be the tight end to the near side. They'll pitch it out to Gentile. Gentile cutting up. He'll make it past the 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Dante Gentile. Springfield takes a 34-21 lead on a 56-yard touchdown run.
That's what they needed to do. They got outside. I'll tell you what, though, Jim, that was ballsy pitching that ball to the outside. Holy mackerel. If anything, and of course I've done it, but you want to run stretch on that instead of pitching a ball because, boy, something could happen and somebody gets it knocked out of their hands. But, hey, unbelievable. That was a great run by Dante Gentile.
56-yard touchdown run by Dante Gentile. That will be his 4th touchdown of the night as Kason Kosa comes on for the extra point. The kick is up, and it is barely good. Just crawled over the crossbar, and Springfield now leads 35-21. We're going to step aside for a quick timeout. You're listening to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600. We're back after this.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
1:32 left here in this game. Springfield with a 35-21 lead on a 56-yard run by Dante Gentile. His fourth scamper to the end zone tonight.
Nobody's leaving, Jim.
And everybody's starting to plan for week 2 of the playoffs. Final from over on City View Sportscast and Sports Radio 1240. Mineral Ridge gets a 35-6 win over Jackson Milton. As this one will be kicked off towards Roeder. He'll let this one go into the end zone for a touchback. That'll leave 1:32 left here in this game. Monroeville with one timeout left. And we'll keep an eye on that Danville-McDonald game. Danville with a 36-7 lead over McDonald. Looks like that matchup will become kind of official, Coach. We'll wait for the announcement coming up. But
yeah, you don't know what's going to happen here. They can score quick.
1:32 left here. 1st and 10 now for the Eagles at the 20-yard line. Twin receivers on the far side. Shaw will be the slot. Benfer in the shotgun, wing right. A tight end to the left. Benfer back to pass. He'll step up in the pocket. He's going to be brought down in the backfield. Clock will continue to run. We'll see if they burn their one timeout. And Coach Nestor says no. They're going to go right back to the line.
Tom Shealy on that one. He was right there. He power rushed him.
Benfer now in the shotgun. 111. He'll roll out to his left, fire out to the flats. Be caught by Schaub. He'll go out of bounds at the 24-yard line. This clock will stop with 1:05 left here. That one timeout left for the Eagles. Right back to the line now. 3rd and 6. Benfer rolling out to his right. Pump fake's going to continue to get to the sideline, and he's going to be knocked out of bounds at the 20. He'll lose a few yards on the play. Clock will stop with 57 seconds left.
Yep, I got to believe that this one is over.
So less than a minute to play here. One timeout left. Clock will stop. They'll place the ball at the 24. They'll call it 4th and 6. And if Springfield holds on this 4th down, it will be over regardless. Springfield looking to make it to the second round of the OHSAA playoffs. Benfer in the shotgun. He'll roll out to his right. He'll plant his feet, fire back over the middle. Ball thrown into the turf, incomplete. That'll stop the clock with 52 seconds. It'll be a turnover on downs. Springfield can take a couple of knees, and that's going to wrap it up here for week 1. Bouncing back after the week 10 loss to Lowville. And it looks like Springfield will travel to Danville next week. Again, we'll wait till that's official, but make sure you tune into all our social media across the iMedia One network. Bring you all the official times and locations as those are announced. As Springfield will go into the best formation in football if you can get it. Victory formation.
Victory formation.
So tight formation for Springfield. 52 seconds left. Rourke will take a knee. One timeout left, and I don't believe Coach Nestor's going to take that timeout. Is really not much to be done here.
I'll tell you what, this team has played well. And again, from a team that last year to went 0-10 and do what they do, this team will be reckoned with again next year. I really believe that you'll hear about it. Everybody stays healthy. They could make some waves.
And with just 23 seconds left, Rourke will take the knee and make it official. Springfield will pick up the 35-21 win over the Monroeville Eagles. The Eagles will finish their season at 7-4. Springfield will improve to 8-3. And it is now about the last 5 seconds officially. There we go. The fireworks going off to the left as Springfield will continue on into the playoffs. We're going to step aside for a timeout. When we come back, we'll give you a scoring recap, and we'll give you some scores from around the valley. You're listening to the Sandrock Concrete High School Football Game of the Week here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600, The Patriot. We're back after this.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192.
During the fall and winter, grilling season never ends, and Gessler Propane is your local supplier. Then make sure you get your hard-earned money's worth. Why go to gas exchanges to pay higher prices for tanks not filled to capacity? Gessler Propane makes sure you're prepared for year-round grilling with 100% filled tanks at a reasonable cost. See Bob Monday through Friday, 10 to 4, and Saturday, 9 to 3 at Gessler Propane, 702 Youngstown Poland Road, Struthers, or call 330-755-9.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Catch all of the spring and summer action of Cleveland Cobras minor league football on Western Reserve Radio. Follow the Cobras as they compete against teams from around the region in pursuit of a Tri-Point Football League championship. And if you're looking to continue your football career after high school, college, or even the pros, or to be part of the Cobras staff, go to Facebook at Cleveland Cobras Football, or contact owner Jesse Caldwell at 330-416-3442. Be a part of the excitement of Cleveland Cobras football. Hey football fans, don't miss the hard-hitting action of Youngstown Phantoms hockey at the Cavelli Center in downtown Youngstown. The Phantoms are preparing for the upcoming season as they take to the ice to defend their Clark Cup championship. With over a dozen highly touted prospects on this year's roster, the road to the NHL clearly runs through Youngstown. Purchase season tickets, group tickets, and individual game tickets now by calling 330-747-PUCK. That's 330-747-7825, or go to youngstownphantoms.com.
Clark Cup champion!
Malutic Live is your home for high school sports. We have all the scores on our social media platforms throughout the games. Enjoy our timely updates from local area schools year-round. You won't get the consistency and reliability from anyone else. Our number one priority is servicing our fans and getting them live news as it's happening. Follow us on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram at Malutic_live. And remember, our fans come first.
Whether you are a professional football champion or a fantasy football champion, Martusio Chiropractic is the place to recover from all your sports injuries. Proudly serving Trumbull County, Martusio Chiropractic is located at 369 Niles Cortland Road in Warren. Martusio Chiropractic accepts most insurance plans, now accepting new patients and offering some same-day appointments. For more information or to make an appointment, call Martusio Chiropractic at 330-856-9595.
Lena's Pierogi House is your home for the area's best variety of pierogies. Daily specials include the Polish platter, the Hungarian platter, stuffed cabbage, and halushki. Having a last-minute get-together? Lena's has you covered with a wide variety of frozen take-home pierogies and dumplings. Go to Facebook at Lena's Pierogi House to see the weekly lineup of available flavors for dine-in or carry-out. Catch the best at Lena's Monday from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. and Tuesday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. 20 North Main Street in Hubbard, or call 234-254-8532.
Mill Creek Golf Course is now open. Experience the Donald Ross Championship design of both courses, where you can book a tee time online at millcreekmetroparks.org. Mill Creek features a newly remodeled golf shop, new cart paths, and is a Callaway certified club fitting facility with demo days. The PGA professional staff is now accepting golf outings and leagues. For more information, call 330-740-7112 or stop by and see what all Mill Creek Golf Course has to offer you.
Now back to the Sandrock Concrete High School football game of the week on Western Reserve Radio and AM 600 The Patriot.
Professional, fast, highly knowledgeable, easy to work with. These are real reviews by customers of Sandrock Concrete. For all your concrete block, brick, stone, stonework, and excavating needs, call Jerry Sandrock. For your free estimate at 330-506-0013. Sandrock Concrete is fully insured and ready to make your ideas a reality. Sandrock Concrete is a proud supporter and sponsor of Mahoning Valley High School football on Western Reserve Radio.
Accidents happen. That's why you need Repair That Glass. Specializing in windshield replacement and all other auto glass, we offer a full range of automotive glass repairs. Our technicians can do everything from minor chip repair to a complete replacement. Your windows don't go up or down, they can fix that too, along with custom glass work and antiques. Repair That Glass is a family-run business for over 40 years. Repair That Glass. Call for your appointment now at 330-534-3192. Malutic Live is your home for high school.
Back here one last time
Now
in
back.
New Middletown. Springfield with a 35-21 win over Monroeville. Take a look at the scoring recap here. As Springfield will move on to the second round of the playoffs. Dante Gentile, he would start off the scoring for Springfield, 6:04 of the first quarter. Coach, 4 touchdowns for Gentile.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, he ran and ran. What a tough kid. Again, we talked about when he went down, missed a couple of games, and since that, he has come back, and it looks like he's trying to make up those 2 games with yardage. Because I'll tell you right now, we say it, and you'll continue here us saying that he runs possessed because he really wants to give back to this football team what he lost.
He would get that at 6:04 of the first quarter. 5-yard touchdown run. That would cap off an 80-yard drive. 8:50 of the first quarter. Benfer would get in the end zone on a 23-yard touchdown run. And that was on a short field after a snap over the quarterback's head. The ball went to the 8-yard line, and Springfield had to punt.
Yeah, that kind of stalled. I think it would have been a little bit different because they were driving and they couldn't stop, but unfortunately they stopped themselves because of the snap of the ball.
Not much scoring in the second quarter until 51 seconds left there in the second frame. Sean Guerrero would catch a pass from Colton Rurik on a 17-yard touchdown run. That started at the 25-yard line, so another 75-yard drive for Springfield. Third quarter action, Dylan Shealy at 10:30 would get the interception. That would set up Springfield at 6:47 on another 3-yard touchdown run by Dante Gentile. And again, running violently tonight. And unfortunately, again, that 1-2 punch of Kosick and Gentile really paid off.
Yeah, we knew coming into this game it's going to be a running battle because, again, we look at stats. We already know what Springfield could do, so we're looking at them. And it's just I was surprised at how good their quarterback could throw. He did an outstanding job, so when he had to throw it, he was there.
Yeah, the left-handed quarterback doing well for Monroeville. Fourth quarter action, sing along if you know the words, Dante Gentile on a 58-yard touchdown run would put Springfield up. But at 5:38 of the fourth quarter, Ackerman would haul in a 12-yard touchdown pass for the Eagles, And then at 4:28, Ackerman would get an 18-yard touchdown reception. And that made the game a little closer than we would have liked for comfort. But at 1:32 of the fourth quarter, Dante Gentile would cap it off with a 56-yard touchdown run to put Springfield up by a score of 35-21. And that would be the final score there, Coach. Again, a little closer than they wanted there coming in the fourth quarter. Defense maybe got a little relaxed. I'm not sure, but Monroeville really putting together a couple of nice drives.
Well, I don't think it was lax. I think that they went into passing, and I think that kind of surprised Springfield. But the kid, he was on, and you can't take anything away from him. He drove down the field on this defense. He got the ball out of his hands quick, and he did a great job. So you can't complain with that. And unfortunately, he got the loss, and that hurt him.
Yeah, we talked about what a quick game it would be. 9:30 now, came in just a little while ago here, but things slowed down in the fourth quarter with that passing game. But overall, this was a clock control game for both teams.
Yeah, absolutely. You could when you're up against a team that first of all could run all over you, you try to keep the balls out of their hands, and you kind of control the clock. And that, believe me, that is, if you can do that and you're in control and you keep getting first downs and you eat that clock, that's a part of the game. That's the 12th man on your field.
Take a look at some scores from around the area. Of course, Mineral Ridge avenges their loss to Jackson Milton earlier in the season. They have no problem. They knock off the Jackson Milton Blue Jays. Blue Jays bow out here in Week 11. Campfield with a 20-0 lead still over Akron East. That, I believe, still in the fourth quarter. Not a final shown yet. Warren Harding, they get the 35-0 shutout over Akron St. Vincent St. Mary. Coach, I got to say I'm a little surprised about that one.
Yeah, I am too. So I really thought that was going to be more of a battle. But I guess Harding put it together tonight, and they did what they needed to do.
Another Steve Arnold team there in the playoffs showing strong. Akron Bookdale, they have a 20-9 lead over Cardinal Mooney. Danville now with a 44-7 lead over McDonald. We believe that Danville is going to be the opponent for Springfield next week, and the Tigers will have to travel to Knox County for that one. Again, Mineral Ridge, no problem with Jackson Milton. Austintown Fitch, they pitched the shutout, 42-0 over John Hay. Kirtland takes a 42-6 lead over Columbiana. Sandy Valley, looks like they're going to go on to win that one, 35-21 over Lakeview. Lowville with a 34-0 shutout of Steubenville Central Catholic. Of course, Lowville knocking off Springfield last week in Week 10 of the regular season. Malvern with a 28-14 win over Southern. Mogador, they shut out LeBray 28-0. Niles, they separated in the second half. They knock off Edgewood 65-28.
Whoa.
Norwayne with a 49-27 win over the Liberty Leopards. Poland with a 42-14 win over East Liverpool. Pymantoon Valley leads Crestview now by a score 16-14. South Range 43, Fairless 13. South Range moving on as they defend their Division 5 state championship. Streetsboro with a 41-20 win over Beaver Local. Struthers leads Girard by a score of 21-16. Don't have any word yet on if that is final or not, but nonetheless, the Wildcats lead in the fourth quarter. United leads Brookfield 24-14. Ursuline, no problem with New Philadelphia 42-7. West Branch now with a 26-20 lead in the fourth quarter. And the Western Reserve Blue Devils knock off the Lisbon Blue Devils by a score of 54-20. Make sure you stay tuned to the iMedia One network all week long here, as we're going to bring you all the information coming up for next Friday. We'll wait till all the pairings are official coming out from the OHSAA. We'll let you know where you can find the Springfield Tigers, where you can find the coach and I.
There you go.
Coming up next Friday there. It looks like we quite possibly might be making that couple-hour drive as Springfield will once again move on in the playoffs. So for our engineers back in the Gessler Propane studio, Brandon Fisher, Dave Ferris, and of course, my always lovely brother, Matt Craven, who worked our game tonight, did a fantastic job. And for the coach, Bob Gessler, I'm Jim Craven. Thanks for joining us here on Western Reserve Radio and WRQX AM 600 The Patriot. One last time here, the Springfield Tigers, they get a win in week 1 of the playoffs. They knock off the Monroeville Eagles by a score of 35-21. We will see you all back here next Friday for round 2. Everybody, have a great night.
Good night, everyone.
We thank you for joining us for this special presentation of the iMedia One Network, and we now return you to your regularly scheduled programming.